And now, introducing the new SneakyG Man store on SD. All you got to do, go on to SD, type in SneakyG Man store, and you could get your very own Are You My Malacca shirt, Samsung cell phone case, or just a cap or a beanie. Let's go Giants. Ow. Hey guys, I appreciate you wanting to enjoy the show. First, I got to give a couple shout outs. First off, I want to give a shout out to dresscomfy.com. She has the latest and greatest for SneakyG Man merch. So please, check it out. dresscomfy.com. Also want to give a shout out to 3 a.m. water hydration for the go-getters. Natural spring water. Go get it. Now, before we do the damn thing, I got to give a shout out to George's Trophies, aka Sergeant M replica trophies. Guys, Father's Day coming up soon. This is the perfect gift. Matter of fact, this is the perfect gift for any occasion. I mean, who wouldn't want a replica Super Bowl trophy of their team? The team that got the ultimate prize, the Lombardi Trophy. So when you get a chance, go to his Facebook page, George's Trophies, a.k.a. Sergeant M's Replica Trophies. Now, we gonna do the damn thing.
You're listening to Make It Count, the SneakyG podcast on Northeast Streaming Sports.
Is this thing on?
It's your boy Stefan, a.k.a. SneakyG.
Yeah. Lyrical assassin.
Let's go Giants. Ow! What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Stefan, a.k.a. SneakyG. Really? I know you're probably looking behind me and be like, dang, it's kind of bright. It's kind of bright back there. Yeah, it is. We were doing just kind of like rearranging stuff, and I forgot to change the light back to red and blue. And there is that awkward glare. Ooh. And that's right behind me. You know what? Let me fix this. TikTok, you're gonna have to hold on one sec. Let me, see, this is the thing about wrong one. This is the thing about what is that, the top light? That's the funny thing about, there we go. There we go. All right. Is that better? Is that better, Ant? Is that better? All right. All right. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Had to fix the glare. Okay. There we go. Robert, what's up, brother? I see you all the way in Arizona. What's up, fam? My neighbor, who's also a Giants fan. How'd that work out? Man. We got a lot to talk about. Now, guys, I want to thank you all for being very patient with me. Whoever invented migraines needs to die a horrible and painful death. Not me. But let's see, better, but you have to turn that monitor. Oh, there. I know what you meant. I didn't have it, unfortunately, Mama Boss suffers from migraines. And, I had to be the hubby. I had to take care of her. Let's see, the one behind you. Oh, shoot. Hold on a second. That's not even a monitor. That's There. Are you happy, Aunt? Is that good, Aunt? Is that good? Is that better? Because I mean, now doing all this shit, you better click on that link that I sent you. Okay. All right. We good? Are we good? Are we good, people? We good? Okay. All right. All right. Robert, you said Destiny. Hell yeah. You damn right it was Destiny. So at least I can honestly say for a moment there was at least 2 giant fans. And and I emailed you the link. But you know what? Don't fringe, my friend. There we go. There we go. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are better than ever. Thursday edition of Make It Count, the Sneaky G podcast. Episode 273. We are slowly climbing that ladder to 300. And I'm excited for the 300. So what's going to happen? I don't know. We'll see. Better?
Well,
Wait, did you lose me?
nah, I'm getting an echo from. Oh, there we go.
So before I bring anybody else on, what's going on, brother? It's been a minute. You good?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Okay, that's all. You don't got to get into specifics.
Not going through the motion.
You know what? Aren't we all? Damn it. Hold on a second. I'm trying to what I do. So, I know we fired 2 coaches. I'm assuming you're aware of that.
I know
It was the defensive backs.
And who else?
And I don't remember the other one. And I'm
I
actually
remember seeing a glimpse of it, but I didn't get a chance to read or check it out. I was too busy rewatching Hard Knocks today.
Were you? And that's my goal this week too. Danny said I'll be on soon, driving home from work. Danny, you better hurry up. I mean, go the speed limit, but hurry. I'm kidding. Just get here when you can.
There we go.
Why can't I? Bear with me, guys. 1 second. I'm trying to get the Wi-Fi on my computer. So now that Dable made some changes in the coaching staff,
he's not making himself look good.
Huh?
He's not making himself look good.
What do you mean?
So he did the thing with Wink, right?
Right.
Then he started throwing other people under the bus, right? Got rid of Daniel Jones, threw him under the bus. Although we know Daniel didn't turn out to be who we wanted him to be.
Right.
Now he's got 2 other guys he's thrown under the bus and gotten rid of. And I think part of that is because since the season ended and since John Mara basically said he's bringing him and Joe Shane back, which if they would have gotten rid of Dayball, I still believe it would have been a dumb move, but I would have understood it. Joe Shane, I think, deserves to be there. But it seemed like Dayball's name has definitely been run through the ringer lately about why is he still there. And I know there's a ton of fans that are pissed off about it. I mean, I'm standing by the fact that, you got to give these guys more than 2 years. You got to give these guys more than 3 years. If we don't let these guys stir the pot that they're cooking in, then, why do it? Why do we bother? Otherwise, in my opinion, not saying that, this is going to do a complete 180 next year. In my opinion, you have to give them the longevity. You have to see what happens. Again, people that don't understand or have some kind of understanding for what happens behind the scenes, particularly when it comes to a general manager, especially taking over a team after someone like Dave Gettleman, basically wrecked our system financially, mentally
Right.
for sure, and with players that
back,
we really
right?
didn't need. So we're letting Joe Shane get out of that, and this past year's draft proved that. The Dayball thing, I think Brian Dayball will be fine if he finds the proper play caller. It's not for him. He's better as the GM on the field. He's better as the guy that demands his team play. When he's got his mind focused on plays and trying to be the head coach, I think, clearly it's made for a bad decision. We brought in Mike Kafka for a reason. Let the guy run the plays. We understand that, again, I'll say it. They said it. They dumbed down the system for Daniel Jones. And from what I understand, that was a Mike Kafka idea, which worked at least that 1 year. But then Dayball's come in halfway through the next year, and he's been running the play calling since, which hasn't been great. He's had his ups and downs, but there have been way more downs than there have been ups.
Well, let's not forget there was some calling that Gifka did that were kind of like, what? They were head scratchers.
Oh, yeah, but see, my difference in that was he proved himself the 1 year to know his quarterback, to work within what his quarterback can do. And then the next year, I think part of the play calling issue was the fact that he tried to implement more to say, okay, Daniel picked up the basics. Daniel worked with the basics. Now that he knows that, let's try to get a little more difficult for him. And it just didn't work out. I think that had a lot to do with bad play calling, because in order for play calling to be bad, the play has to be bad.
Okay.
So,
So, okay. I like how you were talking about the coach and the accountability as far as Coach Dable. Okay.
Right.
Now, Jordan Rian, or Jordan, was it Rian?
Jordan Renan.
Renan, thank you, Jordan Renan. Tell me a little bit about him.
He's a Giants beat writer, who's definitely trying to become an ESPN beat writer.
Okay. Yep.
And a lot of people hate him. I love him. The reason I love him is because he's asking the questions that he knows are pissing off the players and the coaching staff.
Mm-hmm.
But he's asking questions that us fans want answers to. And he presses and presses. Now, I think you can only press so far, which I think is his downfall. Other than that, I think he's a phenomenal reporter. I think he's a phenomenal guy that he's the kind of guy we want asking these guys questions.
Okay. Now that being said, so there's been reports. Actually, I wish I had the hold on, honey. Can you hand me my iPad that's on the thing? Yeah, only reason I'm saying that is because this one's dying on me that I have here. And I don't, and please don't say it out loud because I'm live right now.
No, say it out loud.
I don't have the Wi-Fi password, so I can use my other my Mac. So if you want to come in and type it in for me, let's just come on camera.
You know she won't.
Oh, can you type in the password?
Hi, Mama Boss.
No, it's not Mama. It's Mama Boss Jr.
Oh,
just get over here and type the damn thing in. See, I can't talk to Mama Boss like that. Ain't no way in hell.
Well, you could, but there'd be repercussions.
Yeah, I'll be drinking my lunch and dinner with a straw. Okay. Thank you, baby. You forgot it.
Wish my daughter was still at home.
She moved out?
She moved to Philly, bro.
She moved to Philly?
She moved to Philly.
Wow.
Of all the places she knows I hate, she moved there.
All right, let me go join. There we go. You typed it all in? I think so. Okay. Yeah, I'm on borrowed time. She got her master's degree. Come here. Let me brag about you. She got her master's degree, and she got her first big girl job. She starts Monday.
Congratulations.
There, hold on.
Go get it.
Thank you.
So I'm on borrowed time. Where you at?
With this economy, shoot. I mean,
Hey, stay as long as you want. Stay as long as you want.
is it working?
It's working. It's working. Thank you, baby.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, we love to see the softer side of Sneaky.
Right? Oh, I'm an asshole to my kids. They'll tell you that.
Oh, we all are. It's our job.
Yeah. Hey, if I wasn't, hey, fathers, if you ain't an asshole to your kids, you ain't doing your job right. I'll say that to anybody.
100%.
Okay. So let me. This fucker's dead too. God dang it. Okay. Well, there we go. So there was a Sully got me fucked up because he brought up this. What the hell is this? Sneaky Ben Papa Bear. Ben Papa Bear. Oh, okay. I thought it was like Sneaky Poo or something. Sully,
Same thing.
Don't mind me. So Adriana, New York Giant fangirl. I recommend her, guys. If you're a Giants fan, please follow her.
She's awesome.
She put out a post basically talking about how dysfunctional the Giants organization is. Coaches letting the players be players, not holding them accountable. Basically saying that Jordan has reported all this stuff. Now, you like him, right?
Mm-hmm.
You admit he's a little pushy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind him. I respect his job. I think he now Chris jumping on there. Look at all that. Look, Chris sneaky. Anyway, I told you don't say that in public. Then you know, she was talking about oh yeah, hold on. Pause, no Diddy. You're right. Yeah, no pause, no Diddy. Anyway, basically talking about the dysfunction of the New York Football Giants. Okay. And again, I know when we talk about him on the show, he doesn't have Jordan, right? He doesn't have the I hate to say he lacks credibility because of his ambition. Okay. My only concern is at what point should we trust in what he's saying? What, like the stuff that Adriana is reporting on, okay, that's bringing it to everybody's attention. Should we hold that? I mean, should it hold water? Or should we just treat it like it is as a journalist? Because when I hear it, I don't want to believe it, right? But then again, I treat it the same way if Jordan says anything positive, about the Giants. Because again, the wall for me is his ambition and how much of it, is because, negativity. Everybody loves negative stuff. Misery loves company. Right. And I put a post out there on on TikTok, which is not going away, by the way, people. Okay. I truly believe. I put it out there. I would love for him to come on the show. I would love to have a conversation with him just to get to the nuts, and how I am, right? And, I would love to have that conversation. Now,
I'd definitely be like him in the premise of I would definitely not push buttons with him, but I would push the envelope. I'd want to say to him, Jordan, let me ask you, like, are you doing this because it benefits your career more, or is it more because you're as aggravated as us as fans, or is it because, there's an ESPN opportunity there? Like, I would bring up all the rumors and let him confirm or deny them. And we all know the proof is in the pudding when they don't answer.
Right. And of course, in this case, I mean, God knows how many followers he has, and what he's doing, in between. Now it's the off season, and you know what I'm saying? So no telling if he'll respond back or whatnot. But that is my only concern as to what validity do I hold his words.
Well, see, here's the flip side of that. is what he's saying taken out of context? Because now he's going to be a reporter. He's going to report what he hears, what he sees, stuff like that. That's what he's supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also given an opinion. Could people be mistaking his opinion for fact? And that's where the misconception is, because we want to believe that these guys are here just to tell us facts. We don't want to necessarily hear their opinions until they're on an ESPN, which again kind of gives the little push that, maybe he's trying to advance his career and get on an ESPN or a SNY or something, something along that lines where he's visual, because he's a good looking guy too. No Diddy, but he's a good looking guy too. So he has all the intangibles. Who's to say that his agent or somebody else isn't pushing, saying, hey, you can be an ESPN guy, or you can be this guy or that guy. Because I think he can. I really like him. I do think he pushes the envelope too far sometimes. But isn't that what we want as fans? We want these coaches to answers. Now, the fact of the matter is they're still going to, whoever he's asking questions to is still going to give the politically correct answer, because that's what they're trained to do. And they don't want anything that's happening behind the scenes to get out there, because it makes a bigger headache and a mess. So guys like Jordan will come in and ask questions, say things that the fans want to hear, and he'll press the issue, especially when they're being PC. Like, we want to hear, especially now, God knows, as Giants fans and New York fans, you can include the Jets in that. You could probably include the Bills in that. As New York fans in general, and you could take the other sports too, we're dogs. We want the bare truth. We want the skin and bones of the truth. We don't want to run around it. We don't want to jump over it. We don't want to climb under it. We want the truth. And when you get these PC answers, you get guys like Joe Judge. Well, I'll check the tape. Well, we'll look at the tape. Well, the tape. Every week it's the tape, but nothing changes.
Right.
And in some ways, Mr. Dayball's getting like that. And I think it's because these harder questions are coming and they don't want to answer. And that's the only thing I can throw out. It's kind of like the coach's version of, I'm just here so I don't get fined. You know what I'm saying? That's almost what it seems like.
And I kept Danny's quote up there because of the fact that, and Danny's quote said, he wants to get that ESPN gig.
So me and Danny see this guy on a daily basis whenever we're looking up Giants, talking about Giants, because we're in the area. So we see his stuff. So without actually asking him and knowing his thoughts, as New York fans in the New York area, we kind of see it and we can kind of go, yeah, he's looking for that gig.
And then, but that being said, also you got to keep in mind, no media outlet gives us pure facts. It's
Right.
It's in conjunction.
The majority of it is definitely opinion.
Yeah. So I mean, that's another thing I'm hearing, because we all follow Brandon London. Hey, shout out to you. Mad love, mad respect to you, brother. He posted before the end of the season, before we all realized Dable was safe, he posted saying that his inclination is that Dable is safe because not only does he have a good, how can I say that, good persona around the team, even the front office, but also the players are fighting for him when they had an opportunity to throw him under the bus. And especially those solid players like the Darius Slaytons, the not Dijon Robinson. What do you call it? Wandale Robinson, the wide receivers. I'm burping and all that. Anyway,
you're good.
So they're giving him the vote of confidence to keep him around a little more. But then we hear this on the flip side of everything. It's hard for me to kind of believe what to believe. And I don't want to be in a situation where I'm picking and choosing on what I'm believing. I want facts to be simple, straight facts. If for example, let's say you're on the Giants and I say, you tell me something that they only have single ply toilet paper in the Giants facility. Okay. And
I'm not going to say many sources. I'm not going to say that. I'm not even going to say my source. I'm just going to say, rumor, or I heard that they only have one ply toilet paper. Because then if you quantify what you've heard, although it's only been from one person, it does add some kind of weight. You know what I mean? Like if you make it seem like you've heard it from more than one individual, then of course the ears, like myself, we're going to hear it and we'll be like, damn, are they really having those conversations behind closed doors?
So
like,
let me ask you,
are these people really like not liking Dable? Is he really that lackadaisical around the players, not holding them to accountability, basically treating players differently, saying that certain players didn't understand their role this season? I mean, there's just a lot of questions, and I'm not saying they're not true. Just have questions.
Let me ask you this, because I've kind of, with the exception of me watching Hard Knocks again today, I've kind of been out of the loop a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So what exactly did he say today that's sparking the conversation in general?
Well, it wasn't so much today. I did post a TikTok about it today. Do you have your phone available?
Yeah.
Okay, grab your phone, go to Ariana, and on TikTok, and play her video and play it out loud so we all can hear it if you don't mind.
All right. What does she go by? NY
Fangirl, yeah.
All right. Trying to find her in here.
And while you're looking, I'm going to answer a question here. Browns by Jacob. Yes, I am planning on going to the Green Bay draft this year. I am. We were actually looking at hotels. That is a go at this station. And I see you guys in the backstage. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to bring you up in a little bit.
It's not the Big Blue United one?
No. It's the one that she talks about Jordan. It's one of her. It's one of her earliest posts. It was like yesterday, I think it was.
All right. What?
Heck yeah, man.
There's a part 1 and a part 2.
Part 1. Do the part 1.
All right, here we go.
Quite horrifying for Giants fans.
Do you hear that?
I'm Andrea and I cover the Giants and follow to stay updated. If you guys haven't read this yet, honestly, it's probably going to make your day worse, so I don't know if you want to read it. I did a whole recap on my podcast, which I'm about to post. It's called Everything New York Giants. You can listen to it there. There are quotes from several players saying that there is a lack of accountability, communication, and trust between the coaches, GM, and the players. Players said that there was a lot of confusion, basically, on what their role was going to be.
This is the one I was talking about, yeah.
To get good answers from the coaches. Isaiah Simmons is a perfect example who we saw in Hard Knocks. They were dying to have back. And then in week 1, he didn't play a single defensive snap. And he was shocked and confused about it. Wan'Dale Robinson said also it was very confusing as to why they started to veto over Locke, and they didn't understand the coach's decision to do that. They also said that they let a lot of things slide with certain players, i.e. Tay Banks. And then it was too late to do anything about it because the players checked out. So great. Jordan Renan published an article that is part 2 of Renan's article about the Giants and the clusterfuck.
And I didn't hear this one.
Some players were surprised that Dable was retained, and some of them were happy because they like his player-friendly approach, which means that their meetings start a little bit later than other teams. They have more off days. And obviously there's a lack of accountability, so they can get away with doing whatever the fuck they want, and there's going to be no consequences. So that's great. He also said that someone who has knowledge of the Giants' inner workings said it's almost like they make decisions based on what's said on Twitter. If that doesn't instill some faith in this front office, I certainly don't know what will. The Nick McLeod situation hit the locker room pretty badly. His best friends were veteran leaders, Slayton and Burns. And the problem that I have with that is that Joe Shane has this reputation for being, a tough-nosed negotiator, but he is apparently with Nick McLeod about $3 million, saying he's going to fucking replace him. And he's not with Daniel Jones, who he paid $40 million. So make it make sense. Part 2 of Jordan's Renan's.
So again, all of that, I just wonder how much of that is true? And I
I
mean,
mean, if he's saying that legitimately that he's getting sources from inside the Giants locker rooms and inside the organization, you almost have to go with it. But here's the thing. The coaches ain't gonna, put any, validity behind it. The players aren't gonna put any validity behind it because they don't want to be penalized or punished. The owners aren't gonna say anything because they don't need this blowing up any more than it already has.
right.
So nobody's gonna fess up to it. I can
Now-
tell you this: if you see a Giants, someone from the organization walking out with a box, we know who the source is.
Right. And we're saying all that. So I'm going to put this up there again. He wants to get that ESPN gig. And this is where, I mean, I hate to say, I'm not saying I don't believe him. I'm not saying what Adriana is saying is not credible, because she's getting it from him. It's just his ambition is affecting my judgment into assessing what's credible. I mean, he could be 100% spot on. Everything he said is spot on. It's true. The Giants are a dysfunctional organization, blah, blah, blah. But it's hard for me to sit here and believe that they go off of Twitter feeds.
Well, here's the other part of that. If it's easy for guys like Jordan Renan, and again, because of how he pushes things, I don't want to say it's not true, but it's easier and better for there to have someone to blame if it comes out it's not true. Because then all Jordan has to say to keep his credibility is go, well, my source was wrong. This is what he told me, blah, 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 blah. And it turns out he didn't have a source at all. He was stirring the pot.
Right. And hold on. So Tanya's saying, I was talking with another Giants fan, and they said the reason why McKinney left was beef with Slayton. I mean, I could see that, but I mean, there's somebody at work that we all want to slap one good time. We want to get that baby powder and just put it on our hands and be like, come here. What did the 5 fingers say to the face? Slap. I mean, there's always that one person there. So, I mean, I wouldn't doubt that. But again,
if you look at the championship teams, if you take the Super Bowl 42 team, it was clear in that last drive when Michael Strahan walked over to the offensive line, you can see the camaraderie there. When you have beef, like people are saying with McKinney and Slayton and this guy and that guy, and we all know McKinney outed Wink on some things and Dayball went at Wink. When you have situations like that, A, it's not good. And B, this is what it does to organizations.
And it's hard for me. I'm going to repeat it. It's hard for me to sit here and believe that the New York Football Giants cares about what people put on Twitter about them. Because if that was true, Ant, the following week of us getting, or the ownership awarding one ticket holder for a medium Pepsi, everybody would have got a large popcorn and a large Pepsi that following week.
True.
For Fan Appreciation Day. And for me, it just takes one stone to fall off the mountain, and then everything else fumbles.
It's almost like the Grapevine game. It starts off as one story, and by the time you get to the end of the line, it's a whole
exactly. So I would love to have Jordan on the show, and I said in my post, I said I would be very respectful because I want to marry your world up to my. I mean, and it could be the similar situation that Tiki and I have, right? The fact where I don't have to agree with everything he said, right? But the fact that he took the time to hear me out and give his side, bro. Hey, whatever beef we had, or not we, whatever beef I had, it's done and over with, And I'm not going to say I have any beef against Jordan because he's just doing his job. But at what cost? That's what's worrying me.
At the cost that he's going to get the job he wants.
Yes.
Because let's face facts here. ESPN is known for hiring the, I don't want to say outcast, but the outlandish guy, the guy that's going to say the hard questions, the guy that's going to get in your face. Jordan is one of those guys.
Right. Which I admire.
Yeah.
I mean, there's going to be situations where, you know, when he asked about Tony the second time, and Shane said, you need to reflect on what I just said.
Yeah.
I don't know how often, I don't know how you could tell someone to shut the fuck up, but that's a clever way of telling someone how to shut the fuck up.
And I respect that. But again, being me, on the flip side, I appreciate that Jordan pressed the issue. He wanted an answer. And not many New York freaking reporters will do that these days. Like you take Paul Dottino, who's a great Giants reporter. He's probably closest to anything happening in the Giants organization than most reporters out there. You know, but he asked the lollipop bubblegum questions. Like, we already know the answer to those. We want a guy that's going to dig a little, and that's what Jordan does.
So before I bring everybody on, and stick around for a little bit.
Oh, I'm here.
I gotta bring this guy on. It's been a minute. And is it gonna be us three guys? If you're in the backstage, Danny, you two just hang out for a little bit. I know you're there. I just want to give this dude a couple minutes, and then I'm gonna let him, be on his own. But what's up, DZ?
Oh wow.
Oh, what is up, fellas?
What's up, Jay?
It has been it is good to see you. It's really good to see you back on the show. I'm glad you're here. Hope all is well.
No, all is well. I still think about you guys. I mean, I don't watch the show as much as I used to. I sometimes, I might not say something, but I may pop in, like especially on Insta or whatever. But obviously, I try keeping in touch with Ann as much as I can on iMessage, or I obviously use Facebook Lives. So yeah, it's definitely good to see y'all. I've not been keeping up with the Giants. I'm gonna be honest, or sports like that in general.
I don't. I think that's the best thing I've heard about Giants news. Giants fan not keeping. You're not missing much. I'm
going to tell you something. For the first time in my life, after they beat Indianapolis, I didn't watch another game. I watched the highlights.
Really?
I didn't watch another game.
No,
I was done at that point. And I've
never.
never.
I see you. Don't go anywhere. Do not go anywhere. Jaden, how old are you? Are you 21 yet?
I'm old enough to drink. Yes.
I was going to say this year would have been a good year to crack a bottle open, and but drink responsibly and stay thirsty, my friend.
No, I only do water, my friend.
There you go.
Yeah, and you watch a lot of wrestling?
That's my thing. Gaming and wrestling is my thing now. That's just. I mean, wrestling's always been my thing. Gaming has been my thing too for a while, but it's my thing now. Wrestling is, especially now, it's really gone. This year I went to an event, like a show. I got pretty good seats, not the best.
What's up, Lubes?
But the experience was still awesome regardless.
That's cool.
It was like where like the entrances are type thing. So like it wasn't like closest to the ring. So there were times.
So you saw him walking out?
Yeah, like there were times where I had to look at the jumbotron or whatever. But I mean, for the experience, it's still worth it. That's what matters. But
yeah,
that it was the day after my birthday. So it was in Boston. But I'm trying to see if my family can bring me to next year. It's in Jersey, MetLife Stadium. But it's like the tickets
for a game or
it's a premium live event.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's a really expensive, but
I want to ask you this, and then of course I do gotta move on real quick. How do you like the transition from? I mean, I know it's not from TBS to Netflix.
I think it's better just because I have Netflix for free because my provider. So I get Netflix for free, so that's the biggest thing. And obviously, I don't have cable because I don't watch TV like that.
Right.
I game. I don't need cable. I don't need streaming stuff. But I get Netflix for free. So I'm like, it's a win-win. And I do think, like, even though they did say, like Michael Cole, one of the commentators, said, like, you know, a lot of new people are gonna find out about it, or like that might watch it. I'm like, I don't think necessarily, because I think people that know WWE are gonna watch it still, are gonna go over to Netflix. But just because if you see it on your Netflix thing, I don't think it's gonna be that appealing, at least my opinion. But
Right.
yeah, I think the move was a good move, and I know today they just announced that another program called TNA they're partnering with. It's like
Yep.
so. No, I do think it's a good move. I do love it. I love how Dwayne Johnson's now involved the way he is.
Yeah, I've been wanting to tell you about this, Jaden. Keep a lookout for a wrestler. I think he's in TNA. His name is Travion Heights. Have you heard that before?
No, the only one I know is Joe Hendry, Dolph Ziggler, stuff like that's
Okay.
what I've known.
So if you hear the name and see the guy Travion Heights, I think it's Travion or Trayvon Heights, just know that is my cousin's son. And he's actually an Olympic wrestler. His real name is Giangelo Hancock.
Okay.
And he's a phenomenal wrestler. The last Olympics he got robbed. But I do believe he's planning on going to the next Olympics. When he went last time, he was ranked, I believe, number 7 in the world.
Okay.
So he knows what he's doing. But I do know he's gotten some kind of contract with WWE, whether it was TNA or one of those things.
You'll have to text me that so I remember.
Yeah, I will.
I'll have to look them up. Yeah, I don't too much watch TNA. It's mostly WWE.
Okay.
Because then it's just too much for me if I just. But yeah, no, WWE. That's definitely my thing, guys. But I definitely still watch you guys when I can, even if it's
of course, I appreciate it. And I hate to having to let you go, but I do want to say this. The last I heard of Netflix on or WWE on Netflix was when Hogan got booed. To me, I think whoever thought that was a good idea, especially in Los Angeles,
it was a cheap move. It was
no. That was a huge mistake.
Yeah.
Now if he was in, say, like Georgia or Tennessee, I get it. But the fact that they brought him out in Los Angeles, that was a PR disaster. And I would never say for anybody to get fired, but I mean, I'm curious. It had to go up so many levels. And if he came here in Dallas, okay.
Yeah, that's him there.
Oh wow, good deal.
Yeah,
and it's NXT. He's with NXT.
NXT. Yeah, I try to watch NXT when I can, but I know I gotta go. I know you guys gotta go. A bunch of other people on, but do you guys feel old that John Cena is now retiring this year?
Thanks. Yeah, I didn't feel old enough already.
I did feel old. Yeah, I still remember him before he was John Cena.
Dr.
Thumb
was the best gimmick he's ever done, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Best thing.
Again, I just got to say that the fact that they were shocked that Hogan was going to get booed in LA. Come on, people. I mean, I'm not going to say if it was deserved, but Anyway, Jaden, it's good to see you, brother. Let me hear one time.
I'll definitely have to catch you guys whenever I can. But as the saying goes, let's go Giants. Ow!
Appreciate you, fam. Hey, man, be good. Swing by every now and then. Later, man.
Hey, I'll send you his screen name for Instagram. It's the Olympic Kid.
All right, Javon, I'm gonna bring you on too, man. Don't go anywhere.
Jalen.
Well, no. WTF's been the backstage.
Oh, okay.
I want to bring I want to bring the Giant fans on real quick.
Big Dash.
I want to bring the Giant fans.
What's good? What's good?
What's good, everybody?
So
Danny, what's going on? What's going on?
Hello,
Now,
everybody. What's going on?
What's good, Danny?
What's up?
And New York Giants for life. It's always good to see you.
Likewise, brother. Everyone.
The mask fan. You know, I love it. I love it.
At least it's a mask and not a paper bag.
You know what? Right? And, you know, I actually thought about wearing a mask, but I think my beard would overflow.
It'll give it away.
Give it away, bro. You can't wear a mask, bro.
I couldn't have a secret identity.
Giveaway.
He couldn't.
You know, I couldn't have a secret
He
identity.
couldn't wear a mask. He couldn't talk. He couldn't walk. He couldn't sing.
You can't do anything, yo.
Yeah, he couldn't be seen.
stand there.
He couldn't be seen.
And you know what, too?
I have a beard myself. I use a ski mask under this baby.
Oh, wow. See?
There you go.
That's the way to do it. And especially Danny, when I met Danny for the first time, I freaked out because it was good to see him in person. So if I did have a mask and saw you for the first time, shit, it's over. It's over.
Yeah, when I first started my TikTok channel, right, I decided that I wanted not to have people concentrate on me, the person, but more like the Giants, the team. So I decided to go with the mask so that I don't become known to people. It's just blue, always blue. And you know, I joined TikTok and I started watching your channel, and that's how I first got inspired. And I said, you know what, if this guy's doing it big, I want to do it too. So I started my own channel, brother.
Yo, I gotta look. Thank you. So I wasn't gonna say anything, but I read that because I got TikTok live going, and I read that, and I gotta tell you, that gave me goosebumps. And I again, I just want to thank you for that. That means a lot.
Brother, anytime. It was truth. I got banned from Facebook for 60 days, and I had nothing to do. My daughter was like, "Yo, check out TikTok," and I was like, "That's dumb." And then I went on and I ran into your channel, and you was talking football, and everybody was engaging. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do that too."
And also too, I want to give Dash his flowers too, because I see his content, and I'm like, you know what? I gotta step my game up a little bit. I gotta do something, you know. But then I realized, it's not a competition. But then I realized I can't compete with Dash. I'm just gonna stay in my lane. I'm just gonna stay in my lane and do my thing.
Stop.
You know.
Listen,
but Dash,
Sneaky. Listen, Sneaky. I'm gonna give you your flowers, Sneaky, because you was doing it a long time and you influenced a lot of people. And trust me, you influenced me too. You see this background. I was chasing you. I'm still chasing you. I'm asking my wife. I'm like, I don't want to spend money on Super Bowl too. I'm like, can I get it? I want the rings too. You got the rings. You got the trophies. Like, I'm chasing you. I saw yours, and I said, you know what? I gotta get somewhere close to what SneakyG is doing.
Yeah,
man.
I just noticed him. I watch his YouTube channel all the time. Also,
that's a fact. And Sneaky's already funny though.
Amazing.
I saw the oh man, it was something today that I saw yours. Oh man,
what mine?
Yeah, I saw one of your clips was on TikTok. Yeah, never mind. I can't. It wasn't too PG. So
what was I doing?
Now you were talking. It was a girl crying in the car. Talk about, oh, I wish I had. This. Yeah.
She said, "I wish."
Yeah, he was, and Sneaky was crying too.
I wish I had. Yeah.
Him crying on the couch and shit.
I was cracking up, man.
Hey, can I ask you a quick question?
Hold on. What was like that? Hey, the truth be told, I've been married 25 years, so I got a 25 years repeat customer. So that's all I got to say.
I got it'll be 21 years for me.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man.
That's what I'm talking about. 29?
29, brother. I don't just show my family. I don't show my family on TikTok, but yeah.
And I thought I liked punishment.
Right?
I'm eligible for parole this year.
Nothing like
that. Wait. Hey guys, hold on. Hey Danny, how long you been married?
No comment.
That long?
Daryl, go ahead, man. What you got? Go ahead.
Hey, Sneaky Ant, was that a real reporter reporting that about what's going on in the Giants locker room?
Ariana?
All right, don't go anywhere.
Yeah, was that real?
Hold on one sec.
Yeah, no, that she's real, man. She's up on it. And everything she was saying about Jordan, I didn't hear him say it, but I believe it 100%.
That was her cursing.
Somehow
like
I
that?
do too.
She curses? I didn't think she cursed.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, listen.
Oh, she does
Yeah,
all
curses for
the
sure.
time.
For sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Listen,
Listen,
She,
she's a New Yorker.
she's a. I was gonna say she's a Jersey girl. I mean,
Don't get on her backside. Trust
don't
me.
get on the bad
I
side.
didn't
Yeah.
think she cursed like that. I was like, I thought it might have been like Steffi Smalls or somebody you guys were playing. but-
Person, that's sweet talk around these parts.
Sometimes I want to say the most honorable Adriana. You know, sometimes
that's
just
what's-
on the good side.
What I love about her.
If that's what's
So-
really going on if that's what's really going on in that organization, why
Hold
are these
on.
guys still there?
But see, hold
It's
on.
not confirmed though.
Hold on. So
Yeah.
that's my concern. Now, Dash, are you aware of Jordan?
Yes, Jordan.
Okay.
Renaud. Yep.
New York Giants for life. Are you aware of Jordan?
Yes.
Okay. So now I've never heard of your opinions, right? So G for life, give me your opinion about Jordan.
What you mean of his reportings and stuff?
Yeah, is it? I mean, would you allow his? And I hate saying credibility. I don't want to go that far. That's strong language. But would you allow, or would you say what he says holds water?
To be honest, I just look at it like everybody that reports on the Giants, I listen to what they say and then I try to find out where they got their source from. I don't really trust most people unless they are on ESPN themselves.
Okay. Dash.
So yeah, I'm familiar with Jordan, you know, his work for a lot of years. Jordan has changed in the last couple of years, and I think and you said it, I've said it before too. He's waiting for that invite to the big stage at ESPN, and I think he's going
That's
more
what
for,
I said.
He's going more for shock value now, and the way he's reporting is different. He's being more combative, and I think that's just, you know, he knows that that's the way to go in order to get to where he needs to be. And I do believe that he still does have sources in there. I do believe that Brian Dable is tired of him, because you can tell by the way he answers the questions. But yeah, so I believe some of it, but I know a lot of that has to do with him and his, you know, ulterior motives trying to get to the big stage.
I was going to say that too. The part of the reason I have to believe somewhat of the water that Jordan's holding is because whenever they do press conferences, he's there. I don't think they're going to bring in guys.
That's his job. I mean, he's part of
I understand that, but I don't think they're going to
Giants.
continue to bring guys, because I've seen him walk into facilities, not just reporting to, you know, in press conferences, but he's been there. So again, I'm not saying he's 100% right. I'm not saying what he's saying is 100% right, but some of the stuff he's saying has to hold some kind of water. If it's, and again, this is what I said earlier. Is it more opinion based, or is he legitimately getting sources? You know, so either way, even if
is he massaging the information too?
Even if it's just an opinion, just a little bit of an opinion, where's he getting the opinion from? Yeah. Where's he getting these thoughts from? I can't picture him to the kind of guy to just come out and say stuff that wasn't true. You know what I mean?
But see, that's the thing that I want to talk about right now is what I'm saying. It may be true, right? But he's sprinkling a little bit of his own little innuendos in there. Just a little salty bay that, you know.
It's like they said. It's like they said. He's trying to get his foot in the door at a big stage.
I could never sit through a whole Talking Giants show.
I see you. Say again?
He's not from Talking Giants.
No.
Oh, I think you were talking about Jordan from Talking Giants.
No, that's Justin.
That's Justin. No, Justin. No.
Talking about Jordan Renaud. He's
it's a perfect shout out. Shout out Justin, Bobby Skinner. They doing the damn thing.
Do you guys feel the same way about Pat Leonard?
Oh, you know, okay. Oh, so the thing with Pat, I like Pat. Okay, because we had he's supposed to be coming on the show. You know, we go back and forth a little bit.
Yeah.
And I need to follow through. I mean, I'll probably get him on the show too. And you know what? This will be a good question to ask him too. And what I like about Pat, this is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna give Pat his flowers on this, right? He picked this is during the season where we made the playoffs, and he only picked us to win 3 or 4 games or whatever.
Or 5.
And he held himself accountable. Now let's be honest. Nobody picked us to be in the playoffs but me. Come on now.
Yeah, but you do that every year.
You
17-0. 17-0.
I said right. I'm gonna bet on it.
I'm gonna say something that's gonna really hurt your feelings.
Go ahead.
You sound like a Cowboys fan. This our year.
Oh,
This
no.
our year. 17-0.
No. See, that's the thing. That's the difference between me and Cowboy fans. I just say 17-0. And I'll leave it at that. I never say it's going to be our year.
That's insane.
But that's basically
I've never.
our year.
Jaden, listen, the reason why I say 17-0 is because I'll be damned. We got enough negativity in the organization. We got enough negativity on this team. And if I'm gonna be the optimistic one, I know we're not going 17-0. Okay. And a matter of fact, I'm a Townicus is a town. I'm gonna give him a quick shout out. I always say, what is it, Townicus?
Yeah, Jason.
Yeah. I say we're gonna go 17-0 every year. It's like me saying, a smart man will say a tomato is a fruit, but a wise man will tell you don't put a tomato in a fruit cocktail.
Oh,
so
no, you didn't.
That's facts right there. Now,
fair enough.
Before I bring, we're almost at the hour mark. Before I bring our 2 guests, WTF, who look, I'm happy they're in the playoffs. I'm happy they're in the NFC semifinals. Congrats, WTF. And then I do have Art. We haven't seen Art in a minute. I'm really
the Bears fan, right? The Bears
Art's
fan.
TikToks are banging, bro. Love them.
Right. He's hilarious.
He is.
Especially, and Art makes me feel bad because like he'll he's handicapped, he has a wheelchair, and he'll do them with he'll do a joke, a punchline, and like he'll show his wheelchair, and like I want to laugh, but then I feel like Jesus is over my shoulder looking at like he's okay. He did it. He said it's okay. He said it's okay. But before we go on to them, so Dash, we haven't talked it's been a minute. It's been a long minute.
A lot of things have happened.
A lot of things have happened. Dable's staying. Shane is staying. We are now the 3rd pick. Okay. And New York Giants for life too. Please chime in. And Dale, I know you're sitting quiet waiting. Jalen, I know you're sitting there, and Danny, I know you're sitting. I've heard you guys' opinion, but I want to hear these 2 fellas right here.
Mm.
What should we do?
It depends on what happens before we pick. Obviously, I want the quarterback. I want the quarterback. 1A, 1B, Shador and Ward. I would like either one of them. This is where I differ with a lot of people. I'm not in the scenario where we're not trading. In the scenario where we're not trading, give me Mason Graham from Michigan. I want to solidify the defensive line in the trenches. Can we at least stop the run? That's where I would go. People have been giving me a hard time. They say it's Travis Hunter, no brainer Travis Hunter. Guess what? Travis Hunter's not tackling the running back up the middle.
And you don't want Abdul Carter?
Abdul Carter's cool. I'm hoping that Abdul Carter runs a 4-2 so the Browns can pick him, and we definitely get one of these quarterbacks. Yeah, but I think Abdul Carter and Brian Burns are the same type of edge rusher.
Yeah,
I would love if we go edge rusher. I would love more of a edge setter and a run stuffer on the edge. But
that'd be great.
That's me.
It's like
you don't think that Graham's going to fall to the 2nd round?
Dog, that is wishful thinking, my guy.
I doubt
no way. All
right, New York Giants, go ahead.
Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead.
Only personal opinion, I don't mind Cam. I don't like Sanders. I don't like the fact I like Sanders as a player. I don't like the fact that he comes with his father in his ear. And I can see Dion trying to coach his life And let's say I made a video about this on TikTok. Let's say he gets to the Giants, and 2-3 years down the line, he's doing well. And then Dion starts telling him, well, we're gonna hold out for more money because he's a business NFL legend.
Yeah, but the agent's going to
I
tell him
don't
the same thing.
like the junk that he brings with his dad. So for that case, I'll go Hunter.
Let me tell you this: if we're
I'd rather go
worried
with
about
Ward
him
this year.
negotiating, that means he's doing a heck of a job at quarterback.
Well,
Yeah,
and you know what? And I'll even throw this out there. If he is negotiating a contract at year 3, especially as a first round pick, knowing he got 1, maybe 2 years as an option, he better have a ring. He better got a Lombardi in the trophy case. He better have an MVP sitting there, maybe an NFL and a Super Bowl MVP. Hell, even a Pro Bowl MVP. If he's going to want,
he better be like Patrick Mahomes.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. You know, but I want to bring this comment up real quick. Grant said both QBs are horrible.
Are you high?
Now, well, hold on. Now, I will say this: from the first half of the bowl game that I saw Cam, he looked real good. But then again, it was Ohio State. It was Iowa State. I'm sorry, it was Iowa State. I saw the whole game of the Alamo Bowl, and to be fair, and put this on the calendar, okay? Dash, put this on the calendar. Danny, Jalen, Darryl.
Yep.
It looked like the Giants' offensive line.
Ooh.
It's
the man was running for his life.
Post AT injury.
Come on now. Let's be real.
If you want to say last year or the year before this past year's Giants, then I'll give it to you. This year, I think our offensive line looked a lot better than it has.
A lot better.
It looked a lot better, but
it looked like.
Let me back up. You know what? You're right.
It looked like Minnesota's offensive line from the other night. That's what it looked like.
It was. I'll tell you what. It was very reminiscent. It was very reminiscent of past offensive line of the New York Football Giants. This year was better. You know what? I'll concede. You're right. You're right. But at the same time, he was running around.
Can I say one thing, please?
Please.
Just to for the comment, just to answer the comment. To call them flat out horrible is disingenuous. It's very disingenuous. These guys are far from horrible.
Okay, hold on. Let me. Well, you're right. He did say he did say all QBs are horrible, and then he said
you can't say that.
And I don't agree with this. I don't agree. A bad.
Hell no.
I don't.
Bro, this QB class is not.
I don't agree with that. But then he says good QB class won't succeed in the NFL. Now let me just throw a name out there that I saw that kind of caught my eye a little bit. The quarterback from Ole Miss, Dart.
Jackson Dart. You don't like him, man? You
like Daniel Jones 2.0?
No. He's not Daniel Jones 2.0. Are you kidding me?
He's not a decision maker.
I can't wait to talk about this.
He's not a decision maker.
You think it's a Daniel Jones 2.0?
Listen,
bro.
Listen, I'm not saying he can't learn. I'm not saying he can't get better. The good thing for him is he's still in college and he's going into his rookie season. That's good for him. Okay.
Fair.
That's good for him. But if you want to go to let's switch off of Jackson Dart because I think he does have potential. Let me press this.
Okay. All right.
I do think he has potential.
Okay.
I'm not going to say don't. All these kids coming out of college have potential because they're not going to be doing the exact same things they're doing in college. I'll tell you that right now. However, the one quarterback that's getting high praise that I question big time is Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah.
He can't run.
I'm glad it's not just me. I am happy it's not just me.
He can't run. He doesn't have a big arm.
Nope.
He's one of those quarterbacks that's 10, 15 yards down the field. Let's get a pass here. Let's get a pass here. And there's nothing wrong with that. I've seen quarterbacks win Super Bowls on that.
Drew Brees.
But again, I have to say, he's coming out into whatever system he goes into, and maybe they can turn it around. Maybe they can make him that kind of guy. That's what I like about quarterbacks coming out of college. Now, let's say Shedeur's gone. Let's say Cam's gone. The guy I'm looking at, and I may have brought this up on the show maybe a month or two ago, is Milroe. Jalen Milroe has a huge ceiling. Huge.
Okay, I
Well-
can kind of agree, but not in the
He's
first
coachable,
round.
though. He's
Not
gonna be
like-
No, not in the
well,
first round, not at all.
I mean, okay. The only,
Well,
only
you gotta
problem I
move
have.
up for
You
the
get
fifth
him in
year
the fourth.
option.
Go ahead,
You
New
can
York
get,
Giants.
you can get Milrow in the third or fourth round.
You got to move up and try to get one of those project quarterbacks in the first round, just so you could get that 5th year option anyway.
Yeah, but to what extent though?
Yeah, no, we're
Yeah,
not.
that's kind of. I mean,
We would have to give up way too much capital to get back in the first round.
And how that
yeah,
fifth
not to
round,
mention,
5th year
like, we
option
have
worked
to
out
trade,
for us
like,
last time.
NAT.
But
we
well,
cannot-
no, I mean we had that 5th round with Barkley.
I'm talking about Jones.
But well, we denied it. We didn't want to do
Right,
that.
and then we gave him a big ass contract that he didn't deserve.
But I want to say this about Shador. You talked about big arm. He could throw the deep ball.
Not on a consistent.
And the reason
Yes,
why
he can.
the reason why I'm
Yes, he
saying
can.
Now I'm not advocating for.
He can throw the ball, a deep ball, on a consistent basis. I watched every game
No,
he
can
played
throw a
this
deep
year.
ball, but what I mean by that is he's not.
I've watched every game he played this year, and then we sit around and talk about Deion Sanders like he ain't a good damn coach too. So I mean, we talking about his father being in his ear. That's crap. That man's a good football coach. Every team he's coached, every team he's coached, he has turned around.
We also got to
within
understand
2
this.
years.
I have a
We also
question.
got to understand this. That Shador
Deion's about to
Sanders'
be
father
the Cowboys next
is.
year.
Hold on, guys. One at a time. Go ahead, Ant.
You got to understand this. Deion is a father first, and a father is going to put his child in the best position possible. He's going to want his child to make the most money possible. He's going to want his child to be the biggest superstar on any stage as a father. So in those aspects, I cannot blame him one bit for whatever circus he's doing or going to do.
And
Because let's
Danny,
face it, here, everybody's talking about the money. If Deion don't do it, his agent will. What's the difference?
Danny, I did watch that video you sent me, by the way. I did.
Interesting, right? Interesting the way he was. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he just basically said, "I'm his father." Basically, I'm his father.
Right.
And I didn't even see that interview. See, I know as a dad.
I'm gonna send it to you, Ann. I'm gonna send it to you.
What attribute from Sanders stands out in your eyes? What do you see in him? What's the one attribute that you say, "Wow, we gotta take him if he's available at 3"?
Shador.
Yes,
He's a good decision maker, man. He's the best decision maker in college football right now.
Yo, he gets the ball out fast.
It's to me.
Oh
It's,
yeah, he does do that. He will get rid of that ball.
He has high IQ as far as being a football player, as far as having command of his offense. Again, when it comes to his arm, yes, he has a B-level arm, but when you look at the NFL, how many guys have B-level arms? A lot of them.
So he's a quarterback.
There's not too many Josh Allens out there with A-level arms, if you want to call that an A, because even Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
you know that's what you have. Everybody else is pretty much teetering around, a B-level arm. Look at Drew Lock. He was considered to have an A-level arm, and look how bad he is. But I'll say that I think Shador can make all the throws because we've seen it, and I think that the pressure for him to be sacked as many times as he's been sacked, every time he's been hit, he gets up, answers the bell. Reminds me of a guy that we used to have that used to get hit, answer the bell, and get up every time with Eli Manning. And I'm just like this, if with every quarterback, if you can protect them, you probably see even a better version of himself. Now, I will say this: my biggest knock on him is he got to learn when to throw it in the dirt, throw it in the stands, and throw it at the water boy instead of taking some of these sacks.
Because he does hold on to the ball too long. That he does do.
But I'll say this to defend him, and I'll get out of the way. His rushing game was averaged about 2.6 yards a carry. He had no running game.
Seriously?
He was playing hero ball the entire time. They asked why was he holding the ball so long? Because he was trying to make a play, trying to win a game.
Yep.
And guess what? They won more games than they lost.
And Brett Favre will tell you that. One of the greatest quarterbacks of all time will tell you that. The reason he had so many interceptions is because he wanted the game to be on his back. He wanted to make those throws. Unfortunately, you throw the ball in the air, it's 50-50 no matter where you're throwing it, unless your receiver's wide ass open.
That's the thing.
Yeah, it wasn't
going to be made.
I mean, it was 50-50, but I mean, at least his daughter got a gym. I'm gonna go ahead and bring in a couple. Oh, Jalen, I hope you're on here. Let me go ahead and bring in Art.
Where am I? I lost myself.
There you are.
We see
you,
you.
man.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Okay, I haven't turned this on.
What's up on there? I see you.
7
Gotta
months.
dust off the cobwebs, man.
Yeah.
There you go.
Did I plug it in right? Hell, I don't know.
Can you hear us? You can hear us okay?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
All right, good.
What's up, dudes?
What's going on?
What's
Art?
going on, man?
So Emac just said, "Hey, Sneaky, I'm actually recovering from my wisdom tooth. Hey, man, heal up. Those things ain't no joke."
Yeah, I hope the Tooth Fairy helped you out with that debt you owe.
Oh no!
Oh, man.
I totally forgot about that.
I know Chris didn't forget about it. I know Chris didn't
Oh, I
forget
know he
about that.
didn't. I know he didn't.
I want to know why nobody called me on Thanksgiving Day.
Well, what's up?
Thanksgiving Day, the Lions game, that big mess at the end. Nobody called me to ask me about that.
Oh, right.
Oh, B.
Right. Oh.
Nobody. Why did you not call me?
I got you, Chris. I got you, brother.
Yo.
Wow.
Oh, man.
So, Artie, how do you feel about your quarterback, man?
He's fine. He's fine. His stats, his stats are just as good as Jaden Daniels. So I don't know what people are out there going, oh, we should have got Jaden Daniels. They're the same guy. They're the exact same guy.
Hold on, who's this team?
He's a Bears fan.
A Bears fan.
Look at my hat.
I couldn't see. That's why I was asking.
Sorry,
Die hard.
that one.
Okay, I got you.
I've been very
You know, I got to say this, real. I think it says something about us, this group right here, right?
Yeah.
That we've been in the mud for a while. Even though we had our little playoff run in 2022, right? We got to taste a little bit.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Yeah. But the Bears.
Y'all Bears.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
I mean, we made the playoffs in 2020 because they let us in.
Right.
They
But
did.
that last seed, but nobody
I
doesn't count.
barely remember 2020.
They should get rid of the 7th seed. It's a waste
Was it the dunk? Was that the one that it hit the fence?
That was 2018.
That was
I remember
2018.
Oh, okay.
2020, we played the Saints. We were 8-8. We lost.
So,
it makes
Grant
sense.
said,
better than Daniels.
okay.
It makes it
that's not saying much though.
No.
I was gonna say,
I
Caleb
didn't
Williams
say
is not.
it was good. I said that was the last time, which was the question you asked me.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying because Grant said Caleb is better than Jones.
No, he said Daniels.
I'm sorry, wait, Caleb
Wrong Daniel. Sneaky.
No,
Daniel Jones.
Oh,
yeah. No, he's good.
I'm in Daniel. Okay.
I disagree.
You know what, though?
Let me hit reset.
He might not be far off, and I'll tell you why. You consider the team he's on. You consider the team that Daniels is on, right? And then to say that they have the damn near the exact same stats kind of does push it in Caleb's route because Daniels has a better team.
Yeah.
Caleb's working with what he got.
He's got a better coach and he's got a better team. As far as O-line goes, anyway.
So, I mean, stat-wise, yeah, they're on page, but when you look at
but here's the crazy thing. Williams has better weapons than Daniels does.
Exactly. I was thinking about that.
You know what, though?
He has better coaching.
The Commanders' line is not that good.
That helps
It
too.
really is not.
And I mean, they got that running back. They got McCleary.
McLaurin.
Once Caleb learns not to hold
And
on,
I'm consistent.
consistently.
Consistently.
That's the one thing.
Hey, you know what? And no matter what I say, no matter what I do, at least I can say I don't have to worry about trying to be on ESPN because I can't say people's names right. At least I can say that, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
I wouldn't believe ESPN any further than I could throw it.
So I'm gonna bring.
Please don't never speak of the.
Oh, that was
my bad, fam. My bad.
So Sneaky, I'm gonna bring up a topic real quick.
I think Daniels is the reason they're doing good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, sometimes all you need is the right quarterback, and boom.
So I got a question for everybody.
Go ahead, Danny. What you got?
Do you think Mike Tomlin should get fired?
Nope.
Never.
No.
You know what? Thank you.
Never.
Thank you.
I
Okay,
don't think
look.
so. Me,
Okay.
I don't think so. I don't think
Okay.
Terry Bradshaw is out of
saw
his
that too,
mind.
Sneaky. Sneaky,
Okay.
I saw it
Bro.
too.
Wait.
Yeah.
Let me take this one.
The floor is
You already
yours,
did.
brother.
Let me so look. What I
Go
don't
ahead. What
look.
you got? What you
This proves right now that
Terry Bradshaw
people
high?
they're so critical of people that they're trying to nitpick. This man, Mike Tomlin, since he started being a head coach, I talk about being consistent, messing up people's names. This man has not had a losing record. Do you know how hard it is to just win in the NFL?
Mm-hmm.
Not only win in the NFL, do you know how hard it is to get into the playoffs in the NFL?
Gold jacket, coach. Gold jacket.
Now,
For sure.
now,
Definitely.
not only get in the playoffs, but to get to the Super Bowl. You know, I'll stand on my soapbox. I don't understand. Call it me being me. I don't understand why people don't celebrate conference championships like I do. Okay? I understand the Super Bowl is the cream of la crop. That's the ultimate goal, right? To be the league champion. Nobody wants to be in second place. However, you won the conference. The man has done it twice, and he won a Super Bowl. Okay, and now, since Roethlisberger left, the man continued to coach a winning team, 500, 500 and better.
Every time.
Since even when Roethlis left, who was his franchise quarterback?
Sneaky. Last year he took Trubisky, Pickett, and Mason Rudolph to the playoffs.
There you go.
Right?
That's it.
And then they're going to question why he lost the playoff game. What?
Like, bro, he had horrible quarterbacks. Like, what did you do?
No quarterback play at all.
And of that group, Trubisky was the Pro Bowler of that group.
Bro, that is sad. Yeah, that is sad.
I don't. Hold on. I'm still on my soapbox. I'm sorry, Ant. I'm sorry. This got me pissed off. Because Terry Bradshaw, right? God love him. All right. He is a Steeler alum, Super Bowl MVP, Hall of Famer, and he's going to sit up there.
Wasn't that good?
He's going to critique the man, and then he's going to admit in the same breath, "Oh, I don't know a lot about him."
He was stuttering.
I don't know a lot about him. And then when he talked about Bill Cowher, he made it seem like Bill Cowher won the Super Bowl 2 years after he took over Chuck Norris.
That clip was 9 years old.
I've seen that clip. Did you see that he was nervous when he was speaking?
Yeah.
Can I say what everybody wants to say?
Yeah.
No, Daryl, don't do it, Daryl.
Come on, let's keep it real. This is the world we live in.
Daryl, you said it without even saying it.
I'm going to say it.
How you say it without even saying it? He's a good old boy.
Thank you.
Oh, it's that. Okay.
No,
what? Come on. The rice is in the pudding.
No. Daryl, the raisins are in the potato salad. That's what it is.
That's how that.
That's what it is.
Hey, we don't all do that.
Fortunately,
and what made it even what gave it the chef's kiss? Jason WTF Whitlock. I wish I could say the whole thing.
I don't like that dude, man.
Okay, I'm gonna put you ain't invited to the cookout, brother. You need to get your raisin, potato salad, and go.
Stop with that.
Yeah, when I heard
you don't have the nerve. And you know when he said to Chris, "Oh, I'm gonna leave this to you." I agree with. No, really, Jason, really.
That's
really.
Here's what I don't.
Really? I don't believe that. You taking Terry's? What? No.
I'm gonna say here on your show, you're a raisinist.
You're a
I
like.
I am not. I'm not.
I don't like.
The Mike Tomlin thing.
Okay, let me hear it.
Okay, I'm done.
I want to know why people keep asking him to be traded. If you're a coach, you don't want to be traded because the second you're traded, you're getting the shaft. Because you've been traded.
What are we talking about? They don't even want to get rid of Mike Tomlin. They're not even entertaining it.
Was it your turn to talk?
Well, to be fair, and I'll say this.
I wasn't done.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry,
Art.
Art.
We stopped. One at a time. Now, as I was saying, coaches don't want to get traded because when you trade them, they have to give up draft picks. So when you get to where you're going, you have no future. You're screwed. That's what happened to Gruden. That's why
The fact that they're even having this conversation is crazy. The guy's a legendary coach.
The reason why we have it is because we live in a Madden football video game culture. People just like, well, I can just hit a button and reset it, and it'll work next time.
They're pulling a Jordan Renans because nobody else wants to talk about Dable getting fired anymore. That's what it is.
I mean,
the conversation was so uncomfortable that when I was watching Bradshaw speaking, I felt uncomfortable for him.
Well, yeah. I'll bet if you asked him about that now, though, he would change his mind because I looked that clip up. It's 9 years old. So
that clip was 9 years old?
Yeah, there's a lot less history behind that clip than you think.
Okay, the way I saw the clip, I took it as it was recent because of the conversation.
The second I looked at it, you have to do that every time. You see something on the internet, you have to check it.
You're right. No, you are 100% right.
I saw that and I'm like, there's no way he'd say that now.
Right. And the thing that I want to say this is the fact that what is historic, in my opinion, about the Steelers is the fact that they've only had 3 coaches
in 55 years.
We want to talk about stability. We want to talk about consistent, a cohesive unit. I mean, the Bengals kept Marvin Lewis for damn near 16 years, 15, 16 years, no playoff wins, right? Yeah, they won divisions, but they held on to him and they mutually parted ways.
And what nobody mentions is that over the last half century, the Steelers have won more games than anybody.
Yes.
They're the winningest team in the NFL over the last 50 years.
It says a lot about a coach that has yet to have a losing season. And if he wants to compare, and I know you were saying there's a lot of history, and you're right. I didn't do my due diligence. I'll admit it.
You have to.
But at the same time, when even the information that he had at the time, okay, Terry had at the time, you look at Cowher's resume and you look at Mike Tomlin's resume. How many losing seasons did Cowher have?
Oh, I don't disagree with what you're saying at all.
Right. No, but I'm saying though, even when he made those comments.
Yeah, I know. I just want to. It changes the context a little bit to see how bad it really was. If you were saying like this year, you'd be like, dude, what are you talking about? Because Tomlin wins with a bunch of nobodies. We just talked about it. Trubisky, Pickett, and Duck Hodges or whatever.
Let me add Clinton on here.
Doesn't whatever.
What's up, Clinton?
What's up?
And if Tomlin could find a quarterback and get his receiver room under control, which has been a problem for God knows how long, they'd be great.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? You want to start a real argument? Ask Steelers fans who's a better coach, Cowher or Tomlin. That is
hold on a second, Cowboy. So he brought up a good question here. Okay,
that is a good question.
Tomlin is not a good coach. If he was with any other team, he would be fired.
Yeah, and they'd be wrong to do it because he wins all the time. Good coaches win football games, and he's winning football games with hardly any good skill players other than defense.
So I want to pose this to Chris and anybody in the chat or whoever else.
Tomlin wins because of culture.
I'm just saying that. What other coach that has been consistent in winning, has 2 Super Bowl appearances, has a Super Bowl ring, would have gotten? Consistent. And we got to do a minimum. We got to do a minimum of 10 years. To fit that bill. I'm curious.
You're not going to find it now.
Well, what's John Harbaugh's record? Has he had a losing season? I mean, maybe in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like in 2015, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
He'd
just
probably be the closest one, I would think.
Yeah, the Ravens, like,
both iPads are dead, so I can't look it up. But I just don't. I don't understand that type of because if you're constantly competing for the playoffs, right? And we all know once you get in the playoffs, it's everybody's game. Okay, any given Sunday, the ball could bounce your way. Look, we as Giant fans, we know that better than anybody else. 07, okay, 2011 at Hail Mary at Green Bay. We know it. We know better than anybody else. So, I mean, the fact that the man, got to the big dance twice, won it once. He's been to a few AFC championship games. And let's not forget, that was in the era of Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. Okay, let's not forget that too in the AFC. Drew, I was thinking of Peyton Manning, but Drew Brees was more NFC. Drew Brees was NFC.
Okay, my bad. I was just naming some of the big name quarterbacks that were there. I didn't realize we were
all those guys.
My fault.
It was much harder to do it because, as you said, we had Baltimore, New England, Indianapolis. It was going to be one of those four every year.
Actually, it was one of those.
On the subject of that, Tomlin had to deal with really good Ravens teams every year because the Steelers and the Ravens weren't.
That's another thing too.
Yeah, Ray Lewis.
Ravens rivalry, man.
Let's not forget about Ray Lewis.
There in 2006.
Oh boy,
bro, how can you forget the man that personified the term "hit stick"?
Yeah, Harbaugh and Tomlin are very comfortable, and nobody talks about it.
Yeah.
They only talk about Mike Tomlin.
Oh, it looks like Clinton got something you want to say.
Well, before we get off the subject, I want to say nice shirt, Art. That was a good shirt.
Thank you.
And the only person I can probably think of why he ain't got fired from Pittsburgh because of Ben
Roethlisberger.
Yes,
No.
that's the only reason why so far I can think of.
The Rooney's
And
don't fire people.
Westbrook,
The Rooney's don't fire people. When they fired the Red Bull, Matt Canada, that was their first in-season firing in 60 years.
Yeah.
The Rooney's don't fire people. It has nothing to do with Roethlisberger or anything else. You have to look at history. The Rooney's don't fire people. And because they don't, they win football games. Period. The problem is we have this instant gratification culture who thinks, if we just fire this guy and bring in this other guy, or if we just replace a quarterback,
everything will be better.
It'll be better. And it's not.
Yeah. And that's consistent with what I've been saying about Daboll and Shane. You can't keep firing guys and hiring new guys every 2 to 3 years. You got to let them cook and let something happen.
Mark Davis.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
The Raiders are a prime example.
Yeah, they're another example too.
They're going to have 4 coaches on payroll, 4 head coaches on payroll.
Yeah, 4 head coaches and 2 GMs.
Yes,
which is crazy.
Yes,
which is crazy.
Dead money.
Who was the coach that just got fired after his first year? That blows my mind.
That
Mayo,
yeah.
But we can all say the reason why he got fired was because he wanted Vrabel.
That was his first choice.
That's all he wanted.
Yep.
I did a whole series of videos on that in the last 2 weeks. I called that down to the wire.
Yeah.
And I'm not surprised. And then now, right, the talk now for the Dallas Cowboys, Kellen Moore. They got the one Vikings coach. I can't think of his name.
Oh, they're gonna interview. They're gonna interview
not Flores. Not Flores. It was someone else.
Robert Saleh. They're gonna interview.
You're probably talking about the Lions guy. You're talking about the guy from the Lions.
No, not him.
Aaron Glenn.
Aaron.
He was a Buffalo defensive coordinator, but he quit or he resigned.
Oh, Leslie Frazier.
Leslie Frazier, yes.
Frazier.
And there was another coach. Oh, and the Giants, not the Giants, the Jets former coach.
Robert
Saleh.
Oh yeah.
Now look.
Watch.
I'm gonna be a little controversy right now. I'm gonna be controversial.
Go ahead, light the fire.
The fact that the man has one brother in the group just to check the block. let's just. I would be shocked if Leslie Frazier got hired as the Dallas Cowboy head coach.
Well, I would be too. I wouldn't be hired if Robert. I wouldn't be shocked if Robert Saleh did because Jerry can walk all over him. He can check the box and then walk on him.
Jerry's gonna hire somebody he could walk over. Period.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Kellen Moore.
I don't think Kellen Moore goes back.
I don't think so either. I think Kellen Moore left
I'm pretty sure he's living it up over there in Philly.
Kellen Moore left for a reason because he was on tap to be the Cowboys' next head coach, and because he left, that says a lot for me.
And you heard about those Dion rumors too, right? That ain't
happening.
That ain't happening.
That ain't happening. There's no way.
No, that ain't gonna happen.
That ain't happening.
They got a better chance at re-signing or keeping Dak than they do of signing him.
There's no way.
I was gonna say, hey, let
Dion ain't gonna let Jerry run him.
What's up, Drew? Hope all is well, brother.
There's no way Dion's leaving his kingdom. There's no
exactly, Art. That's exactly what I said earlier today. He's a king.
But you think he'll coach another college team?
Maybe.
Oh, he's staying in Colorado.
He's staying in Colorado.
He's a god in Colorado.
If you listen to the way this is happening this year and the way the culture's coming out of college this year, they were saying the same thing about Cam Ward and the offensive coordinator.
Yeah,
he's going to come to the Giants and they're going to make his
like a
coordinator
deal.
there. Yeah, they're doing that with all these guys now.
I'll be honest.
But that being said, though, we can all agree that Kafka's leaving.
Kafka.
Well, Kafka.
Mind if I throw something?
You don't see it happening, Dash?
Sneaky?
I'll say why, but go ahead.
Go ahead, Jalen. What's up?
Okay, so all in favor of all in favor. Well, I shouldn't say that. I should say that. How many of us here can confidently say that we really don't care about Kafka leaving?
Oh, I don't care.
I didn't know he was
right here. Because to be honest, it's like, what did he really do? You know,
what did he do, right?
I'm gonna disagree, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
I'm gonna disagree because of a former head coach that we had, whose claim to fame was benching Eli.
Oh,
because he's a smart guy that isn't given the right tools to do what he has to do to make it a better team. That's why. Because let's not forget, again, if this would have happened, things might have been different for the Giants. They wanted to go out and get Pat Mahomes. He wanted to trade up. He was adamant about trading up for Pat Mahomes to be the successor for Eli. And Mara and Tish wouldn't let it happen. Or Jerry Reese wouldn't let it happen.
I want to say my view on the whole Kafka thing. If it was up to Kafka, he would be going. I think he's had enough.
Yeah, for sure.
He's been disrespected. They took things away from him. So if it was up to Kafka, then I could see him leaving for sure. I think that no, he didn't. He didn't. Right now,
he interviewed for a couple of jobs.
He got promoted.
He's the assistant. He's the offensive coordinator, somewhat, and he's the assistant head coach.
Let Dash finish his thought. Go ahead, Dash.
Go ahead.
My bad.
No, that's fine. And also, he's now the representative. He's the head coach of is it the Shrine Game or the Super Bowl? He's one of the teams head coach as a representative of the Giants as well. But no, he like I said, the amount of disrespect, and again, I was on Kafka, then off Kafka when he was, because I didn't like his play calling, and let's be honest, the play calling was stripped away from him for a reason. People tend to forget that Dable had to take the play calling away from him. But I'll say this, man. When you don't give people the tools that they need to work with, how do you expect the job to get done?
Yeah.
So we got a creative mind coming out of that Andy Reid system. He gets here. We saw a little bit of that creativity in that first season. We saw it. We can't lie. We saw it, especially down in the red zone. We had one of the best red zones that first year. Red zone offenses that first year. And then you see us get away from it. So I think he was hamstringed. I think he was disrespected. And I think that and last year he tried to leave and they blocked him and then gave him a little bit of money and a title. And then now
money talks, bullshit walks.
I also said that in the beginning of the show. I don't know if you heard it, Dave. I don't know if you heard it or not. I said that in the beginning of the show. Was Kafka really the issue with the bad play calling that second year? I don't think he was. I think it was a product of what everybody knew, that he dumbed down the system for Daniel Jones. Then the next year said, okay, he got that. Let's try and make it a little more difficult and see what he can do. And it wasn't necessarily bad play calling as it might have been bad play in general.
Bad execution. That's what
exactly.
it was.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
and then he ended up taking the fall.
Awful.
And also let's call it like it is. The start of the 2023 season, when we didn't score in 6 quarters,
which is crazy.
Dable had to make a change. He had to make a change.
And that all goes back to that interview with that young lady saying he's not holding fucking people accountable because they not execute.
But again, that right there, that's where I'm kind of like iffy about Jordan. Okay, that's something totally different. But I will tell you this, and I'm going to go back to the coaching situation. That was Mara's big thing, right? He was like, I'm not going to force Dable into making, changing and coaching procedure, but the fact they do want him to be more of a head coach than an offensive coordinator. And I think Dable may need to, get an offensive. If it's not Kifka,
It got to be somebody. It got to be
somebody that you can have trust in, and I guess hammer it. Be like, hey, listen,
Sneaky, be careful what you wish for, Sneaky.
There's
a guy that just got fired. That Dable wanted when he first got here, named Ken Dorsey, and I don't want that man nowhere near this team. Nowhere near this team.
I think with less hands-on, Dable is much better. With less to do.
I can agree with that. I can agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say what now?
No, I said
I didn't say anything.
Dable with less stuff to do, Dable is much better as a coach.
That part.
Right.
That's true of all coaches. The less you have on your plate, the easier the job is.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you delegate,
yeah.
I mean, I think that's what needs to happen.
That's what you're supposed to do as head coach.
And a lot of people forgot that Kafka has a Super Bowl ring.
Well, the Bears interviewed him, so that means we'll get him because you mentioned him.
Shut the hell up.
That's your next head coach. I'm
gonna leave that up there for you.
They've interviewed everybody but me. I'm still waiting on the phone call.
Oh yeah.
Put that on the calendar.
Hey, Sneaky.
What's up, fam?
I gotta jump off, brother. I appreciate you guys. Thanks. This is my first time going live on YouTube, so I was just trying to follow on when you guys see how it's done. But I'll catch you on your next show.
Yes, sir. Please do. And I know you know my outro, fam. Let me hear it one time.
For the first time ever, I'm gonna do this.
Hell yeah.
Let's go, Giants! Ow!
Hey, I appreciate you, fam. Hey, be good. Oh shoot! I did not mean. Sorry about that, Art.
Damn, kicked Artie out.
Right? Didn't mean to do that.
I haven't been here like a year. Just throw me out. That's fine. Right. When you throw me out, I get it.
So here we go. So Drew said Dable is a control freak that doesn't enable and empower his people.
I agree with that.
Wow.
I agree with that.
Interesting take.
I don't listen to the man talk, so I couldn't.
Ace.
So, and the one thing I'll say, I like. Shanahan, you got me in my head now. Kafka.
Okay.
Yes.
That's it.
There you go.
Okay. All right.
There you go.
I'm leaving it there for you. I'm leaving it.
Where?
I'm leaving
you got
it.
it. Oh, it's right there.
Yeah.
Okay, I see now. All right. Yeah, I do like Kafka because the few times that I spoke with him, I mean, I of course take pictures. I should have asked him a Thanksgiving question like I did Coach Cox. Oh, shut up, man. But I really do appreciate Kafka, and I even follow him on Instagram. And if you're wondering who I'm talking about, it's Kafka. That's one question.
I got a question for you, Sneak. Since you met him in person, what kind of vibe did he give you in person?
I'll tell you what, and it's not what I'm going to say is not fair, right? I've seen him every time I go there. I always get his autograph, I always get a picture. And the last time I saw him was in the Cowboy game. Pretty chill, laid back.
Okay.
I told him, I said, hey, I just want to let you know I do follow you on Instagram, and he was like, "You do?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you have a beautiful family." And then he said the most awesome thing to me ever: security. I mean, it was like really cool. I really enjoyed that interaction. You know,
now
I was
after he
disappointed.
sees this, he's gonna say, "I ain't talking to you. You don't know how to say my name."
Right? No, it's Kafka. Yeah. Well, no. See, the problem is when he's face to face with me, I don't even say anybody's name.
You just say, "Hey."
But now, hold on, Dash.
Hey, what's up, pal?
Ask me about Coach Dable.
So, Sneaky man, what's your feeling on Coach Brian Dable?
Okay, that guy. I got a story. About Coach Dable. Okay, shut up, Ant. Shut up, Ant. Now,
I know
on my phone.
Everyone, all of his stories are variations of this.
Here comes a rim job.
Right. Okay. So I have a mic, right, that I put on the bottom of my phone, to where I actually got off the TikTok shop. I'll let you know what it is. Matter of fact, I'll put it on the bottom of here so you can order it off of TikTok. Since it ain't going anywhere.
Pom pom on it.
Anyway, yes, a little furry, yes. So anyway, so I'm trying to, because I'm trying to talk to everybody. Of course, Coach is the last one to come out, and he's with the security people. And I'm having my phone, and as I lift up my phone, the bottom piece that's connected to the phone fell off and landed on the ground, right? Dable walked past it. I mean, basically walked past it, okay?
This better be a good story, I swear to God.
Look, it's my story. So if it's my story, it's a good story. Walked past it, saw that it fell right in the middle of the walkway, got it, and handed it to me.
Oh no!
And I said, "Well, no." I said, "Can I get a picture?" So we took a picture, whatever. The reason why I said that, the man could have easily kept walking.
Yeah,
but he didn't.
Yeah,
but he didn't.
You did it on purpose.
Well, I wish I could lie to you, Ant, and say yes, I did.
Congratulations for not.
But the fact, you know what, and that's what I'm saying. The man is a good dude. I want him to be a good coach because I would love for him. We would all love for him. I'd love to get another Lombardi.
Yeah,
I want to get another Lombardi.
I don't care who the coach is if they bring in another Lombardi.
That's kind of how that works.
No, it's the little things.
If he could bring in another Super Bowl,
it is
I
the
would
little
let
things.
Diddy be our coach.
You said what?
I said what I said.
I do not believe Brian Daboll and Joe Shane is going to bring a Super Bowl to the New York Giants.
I mean, does it need to be said? I want another Lombardi. To be said.
Let me tell you, when it comes to Brian Dable, for me, and you guys, I mean, hopefully you've seen what I've said recently about Brian Dable. I wanted the house clean. I absolutely wanted the house clean. I will say this though, man. Again, I'm a Giants fan before I'm a player fan, before I'm a coach fan. Whoever can prove that they can win or take the Giants to the next level, I'm fine with it. So if I end up eating crow and Brian Dable has a fantastic year next year, it'll be barbecue crow, smoked crow. I will enjoy the meal.
And that's what I've always said.
I'll be putting some sriracha on that. You know what I mean?
Be the best tasting crow ever because all I care about is winning at the end of the day.
In sports in general, I have always said that.
Yeah.
When it comes to talking about our teams being bad, I would rather be wrong.
Absolutely.
And say I don't want this guy, he's horrible, and then him win us a Super Bowl. I would gladly enjoy the ridicule from people going, "Oh, what are you saying now?" You know what I'm saying now? Yes.
That's why I
wouldn't say.
Oh, I'm probably
right yeah.
And for me, that's what I look forward to. Because God dang, when Dable first came in the season as our coach, and we won, we beat the Titans. Granted, the guy missed the field goal. I could care less. We won the game. And to go back, and I mean, I actually went, because it's on my Twitter, SneakyG man. I went on my Twitter and I saw that video that I made of the what do you call it? What do you call that? Not monologue. What is it?
Montage.
Thank you. Montage. Kafka. Of all the winning Kafka.
Kafka.
Lord. Oh,
For God's
man.
sake, I spilled it out.
Anyway. All right. I told y'all to write it down on the calendar. Y'all thought y'all didn't do it. You didn't listen. But anyway, this the montage of everybody being excited because we won the first week. The first week.
We hadn't done that since 2016.
Sneaky. I remember exactly when he decided to go for 2 and he gave that ball to Barkley and we actually got it. Let me tell you something. I could have did a backflip on my couch. That's how happy it was. I wanted to believe so bad, and when it happened, I jumped out the window that season. You guys know
I
I
was the loudest one at B-Dubs. The loudest one. And I remember that waitress came to me and she said, "Is your team winning?" I said, "Yes." And that felt good to say that.
Yeah, the last time we did that too.
Those are the good old days.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of that guy that plays for the E-Girls right now, this has been coming up a lot, and I want to hear your guys' opinion. My answer is no. My answer is absolutely no. I'm hearing a lot of fans out there saying, "God, I would love to see Barkley win a ring."
No.
Thank you.
Are you kidding me?
And I'm gonna say why. I'm gonna say why I say no.
I've got a reason to.
I'm gonna say what, because he freaking lied to us.
I don't even care about that. You're an Eagle.
He lied to us about what? He lied to us.
I don't care. You're an listen. He could be Jesus and playing for the Eagles. He's an Eagle.
That's childish. That's like
that's not childish.
It's not.
Hey, if that's childish, I need a pacifier.
Let me see if
honestly.
Am I allowed to talk on this show at all?
No.
You are allowed to talk, Art. Yes.
Floor is yours, Artie.
Everybody, shut the hell up. Art got, and respectfully, I say that respectfully, Art got the floor.
This sounds like all the Bears fans now we're crying because Mike McCarthy got an interview. You can hire him as a Packer. Why not? Why not? He wins football games.
It's different.
It's not different.
It's not in the same division. It's different.
Incorrect. The Bears.
Well, McCarthy. Well, McCarthy was a Packers
for a long time. A long time.
All right.
If the Bears hire him, I don't care. I'll take it.
Oh, that's different. That is different. That's different.
That's a lot.
That is different. So
that is completely different.
So hold on. So all right. First off, and yes, you can talk. You can talk.
Oh, sure.
But let me talk first. It's different, and here's why it's different. Okay, here's why it's different. He's a coach.
Yeah.
Barkley is to be fair, generational running back. I give him that. And but to be fair, I still am not over the fact that Parcells coached the Dallas Cowboys. Okay. Now, but I'll say this though. The only reason why I say it's different is because you had the man, Barkley, that is, in front of the Giants fan base, front of the Giants media, that said out loud, "This is where I want to be. Y'all know where I want to be. I'm worried about my legacy. Humana Tiki Barber. Humana Brandon Jacobs. Humana legacy. Humana whatever." Right?
Yep.
And then the fucker signs on to the Eagles.
Hey,
he could have went anywhere.
I mean, you just gonna let somebody son you like that? No, you're not gonna spit on my face and then tell me.
You know what's funny too? After rewatching Hard Knocks today, we've been saying this, and I almost forgot that Joe Shane said it. He told his agent, "Listen, if he's going to leave for an extra $1 million, and he's telling us he wants a legacy here, he wants to be in that Ring of Honor, and he leaves for $1 million, well, then he leaves." And I forgot that Joe Shane said that, and I'm with him 100%. You're going to talk it up. And again, I understand players are going to be PC, specifically with the teams.
He deserved that $1 million, bro. He deserved it. He carried this team the whole time he been there.
He did.
He deserved that $1 million.
Wait,
And you
hold on,
damn
hold
right,
on.
I'd have walked out the
Listen,
door too.
I refuse to sit here and say Barkley carried us, because where did he carry us? Where?
What did we give him? What did we give him?
But you know
What
what?
did we give him?
But to be honest with you,
What did
he
we
was the
give
o-
him?
He was the
What
entire
did we
offense,
give
man.
him?
He was
So
the
you're
entire
going to say
offense.
what did we give him? Then we can say that about Daniel Jones, right?
I've been saying that about Daniel Jones. I've been talking about that.
Okay, hold on. Drew actually posted this. Hold on. Drew said, in all fairness, Giants didn't even offer him a contract. Drew, I really wish he was on this show when you said this. And let me get this out. I'm going to push back, Drew. I'm going to call BS. We were going to make him the second highest paying running back in the NFL. And you know what he said to us? No. We came back. No. Offered him another contract. No. And granted, once the market came out for running backs, and it was all, it's a shock. Oh, it's $9 million. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. And then, Shane went off of the study, the research that his team did. Listen. Tom Brady didn't get paid more than $25 million the whole time he was in on the Patriots. Why? Because he wanted to have people around him so he could win. Oh, okay. Drew came on.
Took pay cuts every year. Eli did the same thing.
Drew, I did this on purpose because I wanted you to come on. I did this on purpose. I'm kidding. But thank you. But no, we offered him the contract.
Not last year. That was the year before. We didn't offer
but we still offered him the contract. And the fact that the fact that he accepted a contract from Philly less money than the first initial contract.
Well, no, because you're talking money. You're talking fake money, okay? Here, you want this? This is all fake money. Does this matter? No, it don't matter. I could offer you a $5 million contract right now to throw your podcast on something hypothetically. If I'm only guarantee you $100 a week, does it matter?
Yeah.
You got to look at the guaranteed money. It's the NFL. This is not baseball where it's guaranteed.
But if I'm not mistaken, they were offering him the guaranteed money as well.
They offered him less guaranteed money than Philadelphia gave him this year between the franchise tag and what he ended up getting in Philadelphia. He made out in this deal.
So we offered him, what was it, like 25 mil guaranteed, and he got 26 mil guaranteed from the Eagles, correct?
Plus he got the $10.5 million we gave him the year before.
And he's more apt to go.
That's the difference.
He's more apt to go in Philly than he is in New York. There's that. We were going to make him the second highest paid running back. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, I think the deal was 14 mil, right?
Yeah.
And I want to say the guarantee, that guaranteed money was between, and I'm getting
24 or something.
It was between 24 and 25 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, again, he would have been the highest paid running back because that's what he was trying to. He was trying to get McCaffrey money. Now, I understand. Ant will say, aim high, you get low. I get that. Okay. But Tiki also said, only person that really loves you is your mama. and the fact that they kept going back and forth. Oh, my bad. They kept going back and forth. I guess so. Well, with Barkley, and that's the only reason why they had to go back to. They had to pivot and go to Daniel Jones.
Let me ask you this though: do time machines exist?
No,
I wish they did.
So what I'm getting at is we didn't offer him a contract this year. So now we're he's supposed to go back in time magically and accept the one we gave him the year before. Is what we're saying?
If money, I'm just saying, if money was the motivation, right? Why didn't he accept that contract?
Because again, he was looking for more money, and he got more money the way he did it. But what I'm just getting at is we didn't offer him a single deal last year, and then we got mad he took a deal elsewhere.
Well, okay, if I'm not mistaken, and Ant, you just saw Hard Knocks.
It's about where he went. It's about where he went, Drew.
I get that part.
Right. I mean, that's without giving. That's without giving.
Let me just say this. And for any of us, any job, any occupation whatsoever, if you feel that you were a little bit disrespected by your employer and you're looking for a new place, doesn't a part of you want to go to the biggest competitor?
Yeah.
Okay.
That don't mean I gotta like it though.
No, I get that. But I'm just saying we got to take ourselves out of the fan seat to a certain degree. No, I'm saying if you want to legitimately analyze, not just speak.
Drew, you got me. Yeah.
Thank you, Drew. Thank you, Drew. Cook, Drew.
Yeah, he just wanted to stick it to Joe Shane. That's all it is.
No,
Listen,
Drew
let's
is right.
be very frank.
Shane,
You
that's
look
all.
at that Hard Knocks the way it was. Joe Shane was publicly knocking this man every single place he went.
He was knocking him down. Chopping him down.
I'm telling you right now, like let's use another example of an industry. I'm just using a
Oh no,
random
don't
one
do
here.
it.
Let's just say hypothetically, I worked at McDonald's and I see Ronald talking trash about me every single place you get. You bet my butt is going right over to freaking Burger King and shoving that crown right up his freaking butt every.
But
Nobody. Well, that's what you get for believing a clown.
How many of us have either done that in our own occupation or know somebody who have done that in their occupation, and now we're knocking the man for doing it because we're fans? But I'm saying, I feel like if we're going to talk sports here on a show, we got to be able to take a little bit of the fan side out of it for a second and say, you know what, this is what happened. This is why it happened. I don't like it because I'm a fan, but I kind of get it because if you take out that part of it, I can analyze it and say it makes sense.
I agree. Wait. I agree, but this started because of a question I was asking about: do we still root for him?
No, of course not.
No.
I was going.
Not true. Not true.
That was the only thing I asked, and then this snowballed into that BS.
So Drew, I do want to
real quick because you mentioned Tom Brady. I'm sorry, but
go ahead.
would be freaking married to Giselle. That woman made enough money. He could have got paid $1 a year. It wouldn't have mattered. Okay.
Well,
Frank on that.
Now hold on. Okay. I mean, granted, it's not how much you make; it's how you manage it. But $25 million a year. To have people have like a supporting cast
because
around.
His wife was bringing down $100 million a year. Who gives a damn?
And she's also getting dicked down by other people other than Tom. The whole time.
In all fairness,
you know.
You don't think that Tom Brady was okay with it?
Quarterback.
He chose football over his wife. I'm not trying to get too involved.
Right.
He chose
and you know what?
over his wife.
I will admit I was out of pocket by saying that. I shouldn't have said that.
I'm not saying I'm not in their marriage. I don't know. I'm just saying he seems okay with it, or he would have stayed retired. And
hold on, let me say this.
If I made that kind of money, my wife would beat my ass if I didn't choose football over her.
And Chris, thank you so much for coming on the show. But I do want to make this point. And Drew, my sticking point with Barkley is the fact that yes, it's the team that he went to. Okay, it does matter. The fact that he lied, I take it he lied to the fan base. Okay,
how did he lie? Wait, hold on. How did he lie?
How did he lie?
How did he say?
Bro,
Wait, I want to
I'm
hear.
worried about my legacy. This is where I want to be.
I want to be a Giant for life.
I want to be a Giant for life.
Ken Barkley draw up his own contract.
If you believe anybody who says that ever in sports, you are.
Hold on. I'm asking a legitimate question. Ken Barkley just create his own contract and sign it. Joe Shane didn't even give the man an offer.
And the fact that we even tried
now, okay, I'm going to push back a little bit on that. And correct me if I'm wrong. Did he not say Joe Shane, right? The agent basically told Joe Shane what Barkley wanted.
At first, he did ask him. He said, "So what you're saying is 12.5 a year, 25 million guaranteed for 3 years is going to get this signed." But he also did say when he was talking to John Mara immediately after that his agent was like, well, maybe it might go up. So in essence, yes, he did offer him a contract saying that he probably would be able to do that. But at the same time, physically, he did not offer him any money. And when his agent came in, and this is where I think Joe Shane made that mistake by saying, well, 12.5 is going to get him signed. He basically told his agent right there that we're not going any more than that. So the minute he got an offer higher than that, and this is where I agree with Drew, I'm biting at it too.
Bye.
You can't put a pen and paper to essence.
Yeah. And
if you faxed him over an actual offer and he turned it down, I'd be 100% with you. But when he never got an actual offer this offseason, something to have the potential to accept.
He should have got tagged.
And you
We
cannot.
should have tagged him.
Wait,
You should have got tagged. Before and
off about
we
that.
should have let
About
Jones
that
go.
whole
Hold on, one at a time. I'm sorry. One at a. Go ahead, Drew. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying we should have tagged him and let Jones go 2 years ago. But I mean, hindsight's 2020.
And Art, go ahead. You were saying something.
I want to say you cannot equate Tom Brady taking pay cuts to this. Quarterbacks play for 20 years.
Yep.
Quarterbacks don't. It's not the same thing. You cannot do it. You have to take.
I get. No, you're right. But
I don't think you do get it because you're too emotional about it.
Well, here's the other thing too.
You are
you damn right I'm emotional about it because he pissed me off.
So this is the unknown about the whole Barkley
Nothing to
situation.
do with you.
This is the unknown about the whole Barkley situation. So a big thing amongst the fan base, I don't know what ownership was doing, and we can believe what we want to believe, but they didn't want to tag him because the tag would have been more than what they were offering him.
Yes.
That's part of it. But the other thing is, it might have been more worth it for the Giants to tag him because, again, the following season, if the running back, the cost of a running back goes down even more, then they're going to get him at a steal, which it seems to be trending in that direction again when it comes to running backs.
That's true.
And the tag would have been what, 12? It would have been 12.
No, I think the tag was at like 13.5, somewhere between 12.5 and 13.5. I think is what it was for the tag.
Okay.
Here's what I just look at. It's a year later. We're still talking about this.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Like, where's that joke?
Well, I blame that. I blame that.
To cover my ass, I only asked the question: are you rooting for Barkley because he was a Giant and he's playing with the Eagles? My answer was no. That's all I wanted, and it turned into this.
So here's Tanya. Tanya says, you don't let your star RB test the market and think that will show him no one will offer him the money. You know what? I like how she's okay. Let me finish what she said. After franchise tagging him and let him testing the waters, you played the game of chicken and lost.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be honest. No one would say shit if he would have went to the Texans.
We wouldn't have.
You know what? She's right. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
He did it on purpose. And
I would have, although I think I still would have said, I felt lied to. Like, you spat in my face and you told me it was raining. But I don't know. I can't really answer that because of the fact that, he did take the money. Anyway, if they tagged him, they ran the risk of him sitting out or doing the bare minimum. We should have paid him over DJ. Okay. Now, we all know the reason why they paid DJ was because he turned them down like what, 3 or 4 times? That's the only reason why they pivot to DJ. And it says, and the organization fumbled that. We mad at Saquon. Yes, I am mad at Saquon. Instead of actually people we should be mad at. Okay.
Being mad at Saquon Barkley's might be mad.
The only thing I'm mad at
winning the Super Bowl.
is him not signing that deal at the bye week in 2022.
Hold on. Hold on. Dash, what'd you say? What'd you say, Dash?
I said the only thing I'm mad about is him not signing, that deal at the bye week in 2022. Had he signed that deal,
and that's what I'm talking
about.
about.
The Daniel Jones deal probably doesn't happen. We probably tag Daniel Jones, and then we get the 2023 season, and it's
should have given real money then.
You're right. You're right.
We're not gonna pay him more than CMC. That wasn't going to happen.
Well, McCaffrey's
not at that point. No,
it's not a matter of paying him more. It's giving him legit money. They basically guaranteed him like 1.5 years, and that's it of contract.
Yeah.
At a position where he's injury prone, and I get why the Giants want to protect themselves, but he's a position where he's injury prone and a position that has probably the shortest lifespan in the NFL.
Was it a fair deal though, Drew? In your opinion, that bye week deal in 2022, was it at least fair?
See, here's the problem I'm going to say with that. None of us have seen the actual paperwork to know the exact parameters.
That's true.
What I had heard on it is it was going to guarantee him about a year and a half's worth of salary. And if that's the case, you could have offered him 2.5 years. Because let's be honest here. Let's say hypothetically he got hurt in 23 and played on that new contract and got hurt. We still would have said, okay, we got to give it one more year, at least see what happened. It wouldn't have hurt the Giants to go ahead and give him extra money. Give him like 2.5 years guaranteed at that point.
Yeah, that's true.
Joe Shane, let's be very frank on this. Joe Shane is the real villain in this whole thing because Joe Shane did not want him. And instead of just publicly saying what he was saying, at least on the cameras and Hard Knocks,
thank you.
He was like, well, I'm going to give him this contract.
And that's why he went to the Eagles. That's why he went to
Thank
the
you.
Again, Daryl, he could have went anywhere, Daryl.
I understand that, but
yeah,
I'm taking me being a fan out of it. This is a man,
Exactly.
and this is his job, yo.
You gotta
I don't care about the Eagles, bro.
This is where I agree with Drew about more of a, the Giants pissed me off, so now I'm going to piss them off.
Yep.
Because it was reported, again, I don't know how true it is, but it was reported that the Texans offered more than the Eagles gave him.
What?
You know what?
That was
Yeah.
reported.
It was
We've heard that
reported.
too.
Well, if I have a chance to be petty, I'm gonna be petty. Especially if somebody sits
It
there
is what it is.
and
And
disrespect
that's
me
why I'm
like
being
that.
petty, too. I hope they never smell a Super Bowl.
Oh, listen, I hope
Again,
that too.
ever.
But that's a separate thing. It's not a Saquon. That's the Eagles thing. But I feel like if I was him, I'd be the combination of Richard and Tom Petty at that point put together at that point, and I'd be full on Petty.
But see, what Saquon's gonna end up, what Saquon's gonna end up doing is getting Joe Shane and Brian Dable fired.
See,
Because if they so happen to win the Super Bowl, they gonna get their ass fired right off the rip.
Saquon's got nothing to do with that. No,
they should have been fired already. That's a whole separate issue.
That's what I'm saying.
and that's what I'm getting at. That's the thing. And why is John Mara gonna say, "I'm run out of patience"? You should have just fired him.
He wants consistency.
You should have fired them.
You should have fired him.
Saquon
Consistent losing.
with that.
I would just let him go. Why are you gonna say that to the
You
media?
can't keep firing guys after 2-3 years. We can't.
Yeah, but Ed, why he gonna say that though? Why are you gonna say that? I'm out of patience.
Look, I truly believe, even though he was asked the question and Mara said no, this is just my opinion. I do believe there was some financial aspect
100%
in that contract because we don't want to be like the Raiders, paying 15 coaches and 7 GMs. Okay, we don't want to be in that.
We're getting there.
You know,
Ed said we getting there.
but the thing, I'll just say this about Barkley. He lied to me. Anyway, Chris, good to see you.
I did gain. Hold on, though. Even though I'm not rooting for him because he's an Eagle, I will say I have gained respect for him because I appreciate the fact that he didn't play the last game of the season to try and break that record, because we all know that record wouldn't have been broken because Dickerson's record was in 16 games, not 17.
Let's bring up OJ.
disagree.
OJ
He should have played that game and broke that record.
OJ had more
right
yards.
dash, exactly. Right dash. He should have played.
OJ played 14 games.
OJ had more yards per game. I think he had more touchdowns that season as well. He had the 2 stabbings on top of that. I mean, it's just like it was.
That's twice now. I said one thing and it snowballs into something else. What the hell?
Anyway, speaking of stabbings and drugs,
You the man,
how
Ed.
the Cowboys doing, Chris?
Hey,
Great
hey,
segue.
it's wonderful to be on the couch with y'all, man. I love y'all. I love y'all.
Yeah.
That's one for you.
Welcome to not getting in the postseason.
We're all depressed here.
Hey, I really enjoy the reserve seating you guys have. You know, the great customer service y'all have. Man, Chris, get your ass on in there and sit down with us and watch some football. Hey, I appreciate that, guys.
Welcome.
We got our own airline too. We put planes up around the games all the time now.
We got a medium Pepsi for you too.
Thank you.
Not the large.
But I'm really thankful for Sneaky G podcast, the Make It Count podcast. You always make me richer. I really do, man. I love this. I love this podcast. I love it. Love it. Love it.
Let me hold $100.
Wait, hold on, real quick. Shouldn't I get a hat?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute. We gonna take care of you, Sneaky.
Okay,
We gonna take care of you.
I know you got me.
Can buy it for you.
Sneaky one is 10%.
He definitely wanted. Hey, just like a giant young long shark. Hey man, where my party?
But let me ask you this. How long has it been?
How long has it been since
the Cowboys won the Super Bowl?
29 years.
It'll be 30 after this year.
The Dallas Cowboys brought to you by Rust-Oleum.
So
All right.
Sneaky, I thought this was going to be a friendly show. I'm on the couch with you guys, and I feel I already saw the jab you gave us on TikTok with the not. You're the only Giant fans would post a Niner win over the Cowboys on your page. That makes the troll of trollings. That's the troll of trollings.
In my defense, that was a year-to-date post, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Yeah, I'm gonna post that.
That's nasty work.
I would be petty. If then y'all was talking about petty. What if I'd be petty every time Saquon score a touchdown? I post it on your page. Come on, bro. That ain't cool.
That's a little bit.
That's almost personal. I don't know why you do that.
No fighting words.
Let's make Chris feel better. Let's make Chris feel better. Let's pop in the Super Bowl highlights from the last time the Cowboys were in. Does anybody have a VHS player handy?
Anybody?
Drew, that's the only way I can watch the games, Drew. Hey, I'm not one of those Cowboy fans that got the sensitive feelings about it. Everything. Hey, I've seen all 5, so it don't matter to me. I don't care what you say about it.
As long as you be kind and rewind.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I'm not, Drew, I am not the sensitive Cowboy fan about, hey, you ain't seen him since VHS. Okay, you're right. I saw him too, and I still got the VHS. I wish I had the tape. I think it's in the box. I'm in San Francisco.
And Chris,
now.
if you're gonna
How
post
much dust is on that box?
If you're gonna post every Saquon touchdown, by the way, do me a favor, post it to Joe Shane's LinkedIn profile, okay? Guys, we finally found out what LinkedIn is there for. We found it. It's finally found it.
Joe Shane has a LinkedIn for real? Does he?
I'm sure he does. I talked to Kevin Abrams on LinkedIn before.
Me too. Me too. Yeah.
Oh, guys, I wanted to ask y'all something. What are we going to do about our defensive coordinator?
What about him?
I don't even know, man.
What about him? Hold on. What about
Is he going to stick around?
Why did you
talking about?
He had a defense that couldn't stop the run worth crap. Okay, let's be very frank here. Okay, we have an offense that is the worst offense in the entire league, and for some reason, everybody's worried about let's fire the defensive backs coach. We're so worried about the defensive coordinator.
Desperation.
Are you kidding me? I don't get this. I don't get this.
When you don't know
The
what
guy-
you're doing.
I'm just asking a question, Drew. I'm sorry.
No. It's just a button topic for me right now. Everybody's talking about it. It's like you got like a defense that was leading the league in sacks halfway through the season, basically. A team that was before all the injuries was basically middle of the road as far as giving up points per game. And we're worried about the defense when the offense was scoring like 6 points a game.
Oh, here we go. Sign Antonio Pierce as our defense coordinator. Stop letting Dave play calls.
Dable's already said he's keeping Shane Bowen. He already said
He
that.
should.
He should.
Why?
He should.
He already
Why
said that.
not?
They fired Jerome Henderson. That's the
First
pound of push they gave us.
Yeah,
Who the hell is going to come coach this team when the freaking owner has said point blank, I'm not guaranteeing these guys a job past next year? Publicly said that.
Thank you.
Who do you think you're going to get? Lucky to get someone from a freaking pop
Wait,
owner.
he actually said that about he actually said that about Dable and
point blank, he's not guaranteeing anything for those two past next season.
You know, it could be worse. You guys could be the Jets. I don't know what you're bitching about.
Artie, don't say that word, please.
Yeah.
Somebody had to say it.
We're depressed enough.
Feel better about yourself.
Now that fan base is
He
like
does have a point. We could be the Jets.
Yeah. We could be the Cowboys. Oops.
Hey, I don't mind the jabs, because I can still say
No,
14 in a
so
row on your ass. I can still say 14 in a row on your ass, so it really don't matter. I can still say 14 in a row, Drew.
I mean, I didn't know we was biting off ears. What is Mike Tyson?
29 in a row. 29 in a row.
Okay.
Thank you for Mike McCarthy, I guess.
So, Chris, who do you want as a head coach, Chris? Who do you want as a head coach?
This is easy for me. Anybody but the current candidates. I really want the Cowboys to get out of their own way and quit falling back into the old ways. You got to be a cowboy.
Jerry Jr.
You got to be a veteran. You got to be a veteran quarterback. I mean, a head coach in the league.
Jerry Jones' funeral's tomorrow.
I'm just trying to answer the question, Daryl. I'll let you finish. Can I finish?
I'm sorry.
It's kind of hard to talk.
Go ahead, Chris. Go ahead,
Chris. No disrespect. Sorry.
But basically, I want them to go young, innovative, okay? And get out the old mindset that, hey, he got to be a veteran head coach, or he got to had won Super Bowls and everything. Man, Mike McCarthy got the job on a lie. He lied to Jerry Jones to get the job, and actually told him, yeah, man, I lied in the interview so I can get the job. And matter of fact,
wait a minute, I didn't hear this.
Yes, he lied in the interview to get the job. Okay,
what did he lie? What was the
he
lie?
lied. Okay. He said that he was watching new concepts and new ways of studying film in other teams, and he has the formula.
Oh, I did hear
to get the Cowboys.
I did hear that,
and he did say that after he got the job, he said he lied to
Good
Jerry.
for him. Good for him.
Okay,
Wow.
so you do whatever you got to do to get the job. That's cool. But my whole thing is, man, I want the Cowboys to stop thinking old. Okay, we all set in our ways, old man here, but it's a new generation. It's technology now. That's how we all get to sit and talk to each other, right? We had to change, we had to adjust. But Jerry Jones, he will
never
not
gonna
get out of
adjust.
his own.
I'll say this.
He's never going to adjust.
But
I'll say this, Cowboy Chris.
Analytics aren't the Cowboys' problem. Jerry Jones is the problem.
Yeah.
So it looks like you want a coach
Analytics
named Robert Saleh.
Yeah,
No.
he can walk on Robert Saleh.
No.
So who do you want? Who do you want, Chris?
I don't want Robert Saleh.
We didn't say you.
Who do you want?
If I just had
You
somebody
right
had
there.
put a gun to me, what's the offensive coordinator for the Rams? Not the Rams. The Lions. What's his name?
Ben Johnson.
Oh yeah.
Ben
Ben.
Johnson?
I would take Ben, and the reason I take Ben because Ben doesn't care whatever it takes to win or score points. Ben does that. Okay.
TP comment.
TP hit that right on the head. I'm with you, bro.
Who here has anyone ever heard
PP.
him talk at all? Well,
Was that Artie?
No one's ever heard him talk. Nobody knows who he is. Well, y'all just make assumptions because he's a coordinator who'll do well. It doesn't always happen.
That sounds like some NFC North bias right there.
Hold on, we never heard the Giants head coach say anything until he got the job. Did you ever hear his voice? No.
How'd it work out? How's it working out?
How the Giants? I don't know. I ain't the
It
Giants.
worked, it worked out the first year.
I have
The first year, yeah.
Hey, Dash. Now you had your finger up. You were gonna say something.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
He said it.
Now, guys, I know we are very animated on the show, and I really appreciate that. But we gotta recognize Billy.
Yeah.
He is the only one
Do we
here.
have to?
He is unfortunately, he is the only one here that is representing a team that is still in the playoffs. That I think we can all agree that we're rooting against.
Let's go Rams.
I'm a Rams fan. I'm really hoping that Rams defense that we saw on Monday.
Hey, and one.
Damn it.
And one other note, one other note, Steve.
Yeah.
One other note, Billy is still in mom's basement.
Oh boy.
Congratulations, bro.
Hold on. TP says, Dash, you do know that half of the panel didn't believe that we were. Oh my! What are you gonna say, Mass? And you're not even gonna be on the show.
You see that? You see that, Sneaky?
I don't.
He's taking jabs. He's taking jabs.
I'm sorry. Okay. Hold on, Dash, and Drew. I need you. Do you believe we were tanking?
Yep.
I saw the Colts
The
game.
New York Giants did not tank
No.
until after the Colts game.
Yeah, they definitely take the when you're going for a potential game-winning drive and you take Tyrone Tracy Jr. and Malik Neighbors out of the game. That's a pretty telltale sign you're taking the last week. I'm with Dash on that.
I'm saying no. I'm saying we were tanking the season.
We don't have to. We suck that bad.
Oh, you mean tanking?
I'm saying, and I'll even say this. And TP, I kind of want you to say at what point you felt you're tanking. But when Jones left, okay, that's what people would argue that we started to quote unquote tank the season.
No,
That's
no,
when
no.
You don't think so?
No. We tried to beat Tampa Bay. We tried to beat the Carolina Panthers. We tried to beat the Dallas Cowboys. We tried to win all of those games. It's once Dex got hurt and he got put on IR, I knew we were tanking. Once we started putting guys on IR that normally would have been playing through some of those injuries. Once Bobby Okereke was put on IR, and then Trey Hawkins was put on IR after getting the interception in the game, that's when I said, okay, now they're taking players away that would normally play. But we tried to win a lot of those games. You can't tell me we weren't trying to beat Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You can't tell me we weren't trying to beat the Carolina Panthers or the Dallas Cowboys. You're a liar. You're a liar if you think.
Okay.
So we were trying to win all those games.
We just sucked. We just were bad.
We're just bad.
So what TP is saying?
The interview.
Okay. Hold on. Let me know if it's echoing. I think I might be. I'm going to mute my mic, and let me know if you guys can hear it.
Issue this morning.
Yeah.
I met with Joe Shane. And
Okay. Now, do you hear it echoing if I do this?
Several hours.
Are you good?
After which.
Okay. All right. So hold on. Bear with me a second here.
We spoke some. I get your frustrations. I feel your pain.
What signs are there with a 3-win team that any of that has taken place?
I mean, certainly the signs were not based on a record. However, in Joe's case, I think
I'm trying to get to where it said tanking.
And go to the team meetings. At the end of the day, we've got to make a decision. Kind of time living on it, but it's going to be up to them to decide ultimately what we want them to be. There are a number of factors that, believe me, I understand that. I've been impatient in the past, and when you do that, you feel like you take one step forward and two steps back. And how Joe is going about building the
Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to find it.
It's my instinct.
Mr.
And
Burns
I hate having to
over
answer these questions, but at the end of the day, you got to take some other changes in the way there are issues like that we have to. You guys are going to have him number one on the hot seat going forward.
John, was the money remaining?
I'm sorry, defense, but we need to make improvements there, offensive line. But we just had, again, it's very unusual. We have 6 draftees to solve the quarterback issue, the better feeling in the building.
So two
That'd
more
be a good
questions.
soundbite for you tonight.
Yeah. Is the money remaining on their contracts a factor? There was a
If I had thought that we were tanking,
2 weeks
there we
ago,
go.
and then you win
That's
the
it right
Colts
there.
game.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then it seemed like you didn't go all out yesterday. Like, why not have just tanked if you knew they were coming back?
if I had thought that we were tanking either one of those games, I would have fired everybody. We are never going to do that in this organization as long as I'm standing on this side of the grass.
John. They absolutely tanked in that Eagles game.
So either he's a moron or a liar.
He can't.
They absolutely tanked in that Eagles game.
A moron and a liar.
You can't say it, guys. You can't say we're tanking.
You can't say it, but you don't have to say I'd fire everybody. You have to go to that extent and lie.
Here we go.
How are you expecting to get around that question?
Oh, there
listen. First off,
what's
up, fellas? What's going on?
Come on,
What's up, TP?
What's up to everybody except for Chris down there? And
wow.
Now what's going on, bro? What's going on, Chris? I'm just messing with you. Now, Dash, I think the timeline is similar, but didn't Daniel Jones play in the Panther game, right?
He did play in the Panther game.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the game before the bye.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so pretty much.
Billy, I'm at my max right now. Stand by.
So our timeline is pretty much on the same thing. Okay. The Buccaneer game and the Cowboy game, I agree. They tried to win those games. But after that, No.
After that Cowboys game was when. What was after the Cowboys game? The second Philly? No.
I think
No,
it
that wasn't the
was.
Philly
I think it was
game.
Tampa
New
Bay.
Orleans. New Orleans, right?
New Orleans.
Tell you,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
We tried to beat New Orleans too.
It was definitely a loss. I can tell you that much.
Well,
Yeah, right.
14-11. All I can say is it definitely was like the most weird tanking job because you like went into the tank, then you pulled out the tank versus close, and then it's like, yeah, it was weird. But anyway, I pray to God that it was indeed a tank because the things that I was seeing, especially in that back half, that second half of the season, I understand we are terrible, but the things that I was seeing, man, it had to have been a tank.
Once he started pulling players, like he pulled Tyrone Tracy, right? He pulled Tyrone Tracy, and then it was funny with Malik Neighbors at the end because he kind of took Malik Neighbors out and then he put him back in.
Exactly.
And it but again, that Eagles game was weird.
You're right. The Eagles game was weird.
I think if
the first Eagles game or the second?
I'm talking about the last game of the season.
The last one.
Oh, the last game.
There was a lot of weird stuff happening.
Yeah, we lost the third stringers for God's sake.
Yeah.
All right, so hold on. So check this out. After the Carolina game, I'm sorry, Drew. Hold on one sec. After the Carolina game, my laptop's slow. We lost the Cowboys by 7. Yep. We lost to New Orleans by 3. All right, we ain't gonna talk about Baltimore. We're not gonna talk about Atlanta. We beat the Colts, and then we lost to the Philadelphia Eagles by 7.
The Colts game, if we're going to be honest, I think the Colts game saved this coaching staff in the regime. Because if we would have went winless at home.
Yeah. On the 100th year, I got to agree with that.
That's why they took the tank off for that one game.
Yeah.
They just want to win that one home game. That's all. That's it.
And it wasn't worth it.
I gotta say though, like again, I'm looking at this. We had so many games. The Commanders, even the first Dallas Cowboy game, arguably the Cincy game, Pittsburgh, second Commanders, and even Carolina.
He got you. He got you. Joe Shane got you. He got another one. Oh man, he's good. Joe Shane is a good one.
He's not good. Games. That's what you're gonna hit me with. SneakyG.
What
games?
That's what I'm saying. Like we just couldn't finish it.
See, Joe Shane is good. Joe Shane is so good. He got fans like you. He got them right there because he tried to give us that spill to make it feel better than what it was, and that's ultimately I think what he pitched the mirror, and that's why he's still here.
But at the same time, though, was he lying?
Oh, completely.
Was Joe Shane's mouth open?
Then he was lying.
Oh jeez! Oh jeez, it's true.
Let me
at with this guy.
It's crazy.
Okay, come on. Okay, I'm gonna be the Joe Shane defender here. Okay,
please
good
don't.
luck.
Look.
Please don't.
Good God, that. Woo, that's like a Mike Tyson hook right there, uppercut, perfect uppercut. Okay, but let's be honest. NFL is a cutthroat deal.
Wait, hold on. Let's be honest. We still talking about Joe Shane?
Yes, we are talking about Joe Shane here. Again, I'd say again. Let's be honest.
We're still talking about.
Yes, we are still talking about.
Yeah, he's a good drafter.
The New York Football Giants, Joe Shane. It is a cutthroat league. The NFL is. Okay?
Hold on. I just say something real quick. I just heard he's a good drafter in the background. Who said that?
I did. He's a good.
Yeah, I think he is a
not
good.
Not great.
Excuse me.
Good. And he's a horrible negotiator.
His first 2 drafts, those players would have made it into the UFL, let alone the NFL.
But he made up for it this past year.
You don't make up for it in one good draft. I'm sorry. No.
Well, that's why you got to give him another one.
That's still a 1-2 record.
You got to even it up.
Going on right now.
I know
He even got the Giants fans used to losing records.
I know as a Giants fan, we're a
No,
1-2
no, he did not.
record.
No, he did not.
This is the greatest show of all time.
Let's be honest.
Chris is having a ball. Chris is having a ball right now.
Yeah, Chris, close your ears. You're not supposed to hear this dysfunction.
Artie, close your ears, Artie, too. Close your ears.
Billy, I need you to log off too. You don't need to hear this either.
Chris is here because he needs someone to make him feel better. By coming here, it makes him feel better.
Thank you. Oh, and real quick, it's 1,152 days since Ohio State beat Michigan.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, yes, sir. Yes,
Go
sir.
Blue.
Hey, go Irish. Go Irish.
I apologize. Go ahead.
Okay.
I just had to throw it in there.
Oh no! I love the Joe Shane jab because I will defend him. Now. Look, and I'm looking at his draft, right? The last 3 years. Okay. Now I think with the feelers on Thibodeau, I know some people are thinking he's a bust. I disagree.
I don't think
Would you say if you picked him right now, knowing what you got out of him the first 3 seasons, would you say he's worth the 5th overall pick?
Nope.
See, that's unfair though, because
it's not unfair because you have that now. I'm saying he's not a bust, but he's not a 5th overall pick count.
Okay.
No.
At the time, I will say this: at the time when we did make, because he was our first selection in Joe Shane's first draft. Okay, and he quietly had 12 sacks his second year. Okay,
Kayvon does nothing quiet, first off.
Say what?
Kayvon does nothing quiet. He's his own biggest fan.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And I know the verdict is. I think people are still questioning about Evan Neal. Okay, I don't think he's a bust. Evan Neal is. But back to your cave.
Hold on. Can we look up the definition of bust, please?
Well, that is
Evan Neal's picture's right there.
Exactly.
His picture's right there.
It's the world we live in.
Dash, hold on. I'm trying, Dash. I'm trying.
You started drug testing for these shows?
I'm trying.
I'm loving this right now.
I will give. Hold on. I will give
Evan
Evan Neal a little bit of a boost over Daniel Jones because after 3 years, Evan Neal got a little bit better.
Because he can make hot dogs better than the guy he was talking about.
I promise myself.
Deontay Banks must get a gem of a pick. Deontay Banks must be a
Go ahead,
I promise myself.
Sneaky,
I
the
promise
show
myself.
is just getting started now, Sneaky.
Hey, we had 2.5 hours. You know I haven't shut it off yet. Normally we go 2, and I call it a day.
I promise
Now, hold on. Oh, what? Okay.
All right, I'm still finishing editing videos while we're arguing, so it's okay. I got to kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
So okay, now I like the Wandale pick.
Okay,
I like the Wandale Robinson.
I'm okay with that.
I like that, and to get him as a second rounder. I mean, yeah, we got him a quarterback, but anyway, to get him as a second rounder.
Yeah, talk about this third round. Talk about that third round.
And Jalen Hyatt. Jalen Hyatt.
No, we're talking about 2022 right now.
No.
Name is third round.
Sneaky, can I ask you a question? Just
hold on, Dash. You want to say the next one? You want to?
The next one was Cordell Flott.
Well, first it was Azudu.
Azudu was before Flott.
Yeah.
Even worse.
Yeah.
They were both in the third round.
Aren't they the same player?
The same talent.
However, and TP, I didn't forget about you. I know you said my name. I heard you. I like Belton. I like the Dame Belton.
He's okay.
You reaching, Sneak.
Hey, I do what I do, baby.
If Dame Belton is the highlight of your draft, you have issues.
Let's get to the nitty gritty. The best pick in that draft was Micah McFadden.
Yes.
And you got him in the
He's
fifth.
He's a baller.
The 5th round, yeah.
And you know why I don't like Micah McFadden right now? Because they're playing him in Bobby Okereke's role. And Bobby Okereke has disappeared.
That's because he has nobody to block for him up front. He's getting swallowed up.
And then when that's not happening, he's covering hook the curl as a coverage linebacker too.
He definitely made some business decisions in the games too. I've called him out a couple of times.
So TP, before I go into the year 2 of the Shane draft, go ahead. What you want to say?
My question to you is this: if a GM drafts a very good talent in the late round, does he get credit for it?
I think he should.
I
think
mean,
so.
I don't see why he wouldn't.
We always said that Slate is the best pick Gettleman had.
So, with saying that, if he drafts a pick, well, supposedly a good pick in the first round, and he doesn't turn out to be the guy that he's supposed to be, does he get blamed for that?
I think it goes both ways. I can see that.
Well, then we could.
I know what you're throwing. I mean, yeah, because we got to give him his flowers for the good that he does, and we got to hold him accountable for the bad that he does.
We can't see Flowers when talking about the draft. Real quick, sorry, we can't see Flowers when talking about the draft.
Well, I think a lot of times people have that Kayvon Thibodeau argument, and I think when you look at it from that perspective, is just like Drew said, was he worth the pick at the end of the day? And that's your job.
Y'all thought he was Micah Parsons. As soon as every Giant fan I know, man, he's gonna be better than Micah Parsons. Man, he sucks, and y'all know he sucks.
Chris, you're not even supposed to be here.
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
You're not supposed to be here.
I'm muting my mic.
Just sit there. No, mute your mic, man.
We took
This doesn't make sense. I'm only saying because you still supposed to be here. But anyway, listen.
I love my Giants fans.
Here,
I love you. I love you.
At the time, right, we needed help defensively. Okay, we had a whole new coaching staff. We had no pressure, and we were looking at Thibodeau and Williams. That's what we were looking at. We were looking at that combination dominating, right? Because who was the player that Williams was successful with? Was it
That was
he went to the Vikings.
Tomlinson?
Tomlinson. Tomlinson. I mean, I wish we would have kept both because they were a dynamic duo. Okay. And I actually thought Thibodeau was going to be that Tomlinson, what Leonard needed.
I mean, with Williams and Dex, he was good too. Both.
Yeah, I thought that was good too.
Yeah, you're right. Right. And I think Dex was coming into his own as well.
Mm-hmm.
But, at the time, what we saw, I haven't watched the Oregon game. Yeah, I thought Thibodeau was worth the pick, and everybody wanted Neal.
Well, hold on. At the time, nobody was mad at the Thibodeau pick. At the time, real time, nobody was mad at that because
and also the Evan Neal. I mean, we wanted.
Yeah,
a lot of people wanted Neal.
Yeah.
And there's some upside.
Fast forward.
Now, I mean, it's easy to hindsight is always 2020. Always. Okay. Because I can assure you so many coaches that were saying Brady wasn't worth oh no, we're gonna pick Seneca Wallace before Tom Brady. I know a lot of GMs were fired because
I played with Seneca Wallace on Madden.
Did you beat him?
I would take out what's the guy that used to be the quarterback for the Seahawks? I would take out whoever.
Hasselbeck.
I would take out Hasselbeck and play with Seneca Wallace in Madden for sure.
So now year two, I think this is a pretty good draft, but I do have some question marks. Okay.
Now, Evan Neal's not a bust, so I'm sorry. We have to take this with a grain of salt now.
No, he was
so hold on. So now,
can I unmute my mic yet?
You can unmute your mic, Chris. Okay, let's open the floor about Banks. I think Banks was a Wink pick.
Absolutely.
Well, I think that from day one.
I think Deontay Banks is more of a coverage guy because of the type of style that Wink picked, or the Wink pick plays, the whole blitz.
He was a product of Wink's defense. That's all it was.
I think, and we can even argue that Thibodeau is the same thing. Okay. And of course he's being exposed now because of this new defensive scheme. Okay. But moving on, I do like the JM, the John Michael Schmidt selection. I like that as a center.
He got one more year for me.
I think he's been improving. I think he's been improving for his sophomore year.
That's not saying
And I do like the Hyatt pick in the 3rd round, but we're still I'm trying to figure out what role they're going to use him in.
They're going to trade him or something.
Well, he's
going to be traded. Yeah, he's going to be traded.
He's going to be traded.
And you know, and also, okay, Eric Gray.
What we gonna say about Eric Gray?
Waste of a pick.
We don't listen. Eric Gray, with the exception of the fumbles on the kick returns, we don't know nothing about him.
Yes, we do.
We do. The fumbles on the kick returns.
Well, you know what I mean.
He should have never been a kick returner.
Give him a.
That's
so. Joe Shane literally was in a press conference and said
Joe Shane
point
is
blank,
horrible.
we picked him because they were picking returners ahead of us, and we took him because we figured he can return kicks. He literally said that in a press conference.
I didn't hear that.
Shane,
you're better off putting Jalen Hyatt returning kicks.
But my question is, did he return kicks in college? I don't think he did.
Yes, I think he did it at Tennessee.
I think he did. Yeah.
Did he?
I think he did
so.
at Tennessee. I'd have to look it up. But,
Before he got to Oklahoma.
yeah, I think so. I can look it up real quick. I got a couple.
Yeah, please do, because I don't think
Drew. I don't think so, Drew.
Yeah, I don't think he did. I mean, please tell me if I'm wrong. I don't think he did.
Yes, he did.
Hold on.
Yes, he
okay,
did.
he did.
So not a lot of them. Don't get me wrong. He did a couple. He did 7 punts in 2 years at Tennessee and 2 his first year in Oklahoma.
Okay, but does that
Joe Shane said we drafted him because we need a return.
Oh, I know.
Let me. Can I say one thing about Joe Shane too that I hate about it? Hate about him is he drafts over his own players.
Yep.
That he picked.
Yep.
Like he drafted Bellinger, then drafted over Bellinger. He drafted Eric Gray, and drafted over Eric.
About that, you're right.
I'm just gonna say.
Wait. You're speaking big words. Please dumb it down. What do you mean?
He drafts over himself. Like just think about all it. Like that first draft. You had Bellinger. You had Belton. You had what's this? You had all those guards, and then when you got into that second draft, he drafted more offensive linemen. He drafted he drafted who was it? Now I'm drawing a blank.
What?
Okay, so in
Darren Waller, when Bellinger would have progressed.
Yeah.
I still
And
think
then he did it
I don't
again this
have any-
past year with Theo Johnson.
I have no inside info, but as much as they've tried to not give Bellinger time, I think there's something behind the scenes with Bellinger.
Yeah, you
Like
might be
personal.
right.
Like
I
personal?
don't know if it's just that they don't think he's a scheme fit. I don't know if it's just like he's an issue in the locker room. Like, and I've heard nothing. I'm not trying to talk trash about the guys. I know no inside information. But like you said, you bring in Waller after he had his good rookie year. You draft Theo Johnson now. It's like you're doing everything you can to take his job away. It's like Darnay Holmes syndrome.
Something's up. You're right, Drew. Yeah.
And then it was Belton. Then he drafted Javarius Owens, and now he drafted Tyler Newbin.
Yeah,
So
whatever happened to Daniel Beavers?
He got hurt. His knee.
Darian Beavers?
And then never really recovered from it.
No. I know he got hurt, but I haven't heard nothing.
We got a little tombstone with his name at the east corner of MetLife Stadium.
Well, I mean, and didn't Bellinger have his eye socket almost?
Yeah,
he got his eye poked in the Jaguars game at Jacksonville.
Yeah, orbital bone was broken. Yeah,
something like that.
So now in the second draft,
came back and had a couple games after that.
Yeah,
no, he did. He came back.
He did come back. He did come back.
He had a pretty big play in the Minnesota game in the playoffs.
Yes, he did.
He came back and made plays. Yeah. Yep.
And we got Trey Hawkins in the 6th round.
He's injury prone.
And then who else? Jordan Riley, which I really haven't heard too much from him.
Not too much.
He's a
good gap filler.
These are 7th round picks. So you got Jordan Riley, and then you got Javarius Owens, a DB.
Yeah, he's gone.
I don't think he made it. I don't think he made it the roster.
He didn't even make the practice squad.
Yeah,
Sneaky, I got a quick update, Sneaky.
Okay.
Danny.
Yes, sir.
I just got a Venmo, brother.
There you go.
500.
Wow. Hey, Sneaky, don't laugh. That means you're getting your hat soon.
Yo, I was gonna say you got 10% now.
Check my mail now. Check my mail.
Yeah, man.
So we're all good. We all square here, brother.
Oh, Dash, you didn't hear about the bet?
No, I didn't.
You know what? You know what? Hold on a sec. Let's pause. Let's pause real quick, right? And I'm being for real, okay?
Is there more bet drama I don't know about? I haven't been here.
Oh, you missed out, Artie. You missed out.
Yeah, you missed out. And Art, you know what? I'll recap real quick.
I gotta head it real quick, guys. I was gonna pop it on real quick because you.
Oh, okay. All right.
We're calling me out, and I got sucked back into the show. A vortex of Joe Shane hate here.
Well,
I appreciate you, Drew, for coming on. Thank you.
Me too, Snake.
Hey, Drew.
You guys got TTP?
One more thing, Drew. One more thing before you leave.
Okay.
Can I one more thing for Drew?
Okay.
The one thing that another reason why I hate Joe Shane.
Oh, we can be here all night doing this.
Is he sang the praises of who this year? This 2024 draft class. And every time he was talking about somebody, it was Newbin and it was Phillips. I love the way these guys are developing. And guess who got fired?
The DB's coach.
DB coach.
I'm just gonna say this is a symbolism of my hopes and dreams for next season right here. Okay.
What are you talking about? You know what I like about Drew? He's not an overly emotional basket kid. I really appreciate that. You're very logical, and that's
You got to be logical.
Tell them that.
I have this candle here. You see what this candle says? It says,
I-
smells like a Giants victory. I haven't lit it up all like forever. It feels like, but I'm just saying, like, it's
No reason to.
Drew, again,
man.
thank you.
Gotta
So,
love
I'm
Drew.
glad you got sucked into this. For you too, TP. I'm glad you got sucked into this.
Hey, is that an odorless candle, Drew?
No. It's actually vanilla scent. This is somebody who makes this on Etsy.
TP, let me hear one time, man. I know you gotta get out of here.
Let's go Giants. Oh, hold on, real quick.
Okay.
Did I tell all? Did I let y'all know it's a girl? Did I tell y'all?
Yeah.
Oh, no, congratulations.
No,
Okay,
no.
it's a girl. Yeah.
Congratulations, brother.
Congrats.
I mean, you told us because you was like,
Oh,
Yeah.
I did. Okay, I did. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. Right. Okay.
Is that your first order?
Second.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, you in trouble if
I'm
that's the
sorry. That's
first.
horrible. Third.
Oh,
I'm
good
sorry.
lord.
Yeah.
wait, whoa, how much is that?
Are you Antonio Cromartie? What the hell?
Yeah, right.
How many kids you got?
I got a basketball lineup. I have 5.
Oh my
bless you, man.
He-
Wait,
you
is
go.
your last name? Is your last name Kemp? First name Sean?
He's not done yet.
Hey, shout out Sean Kemp. I played football against that and he beat me twice. Anyway, TP, let me hear one time, fam.
His YouTube channel is sponsored by Babies R Us.
Let's go Giants. Ow!
I appreciate it. I'll see you
Later,
Tuesday,
TP.
hopefully, man. Be good.
Later, TP.
Hey,
That's
hey,
hilarious.
Baby R Us, hit me up. Call me. I know
Yeah.
Toys R Us is closed down. Drew, man, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Yeah,
Let me
see you guys actually on. Every time I go to pop on to see if you're on, I seem to like just miss you guys. So, always
That's good to see
happy
you, bro.
to stop on by.
Luckily, we're talking about Joe Shane tonight, so you popped up.
right.
Yeah. Listen, I can talk about Joe Sheen all
Right
night
time.
long. Don't get me wrong, okay? I can give you the whole laundry list of issues I have with that man. Starting with his unhealthy obsession with peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yeah, I was
I'm
thinking
telling you
that
right now,
too.
listen,
Really?
I might
Whoa.
like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but if I make that kind of money, you bet your ass I'm never eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in my life again.
No, wait. That's not the problem, though. My question is it crunchy peanut butter or creamy?
Oh my
No.
god.
You want to know my biggest problem with the peanut butter and jelly thing? Is like they started off the show like that, as if they wanted to show, look, he's an everyman kind of man. He eats peanut butter and jelly. Like, stop.
What is that? I love a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Every time they said peanut butter and jelly and showed it in his
PBJ.
hand, I'm trying to read what kind of car he's driving.
No. The worst part is, God damn it. Okay, listen, if the people of Hard Knocks are watching the show, get the goddamn rights for the peanut butter jelly time song, okay? Seriously, that would have been the perfect time to pop that right into the goddamn thing. I can just see all of a sudden, there's Joe Shane, like sitting there and go, ooh, this is good Concord.
I'm just trying to want. Again, is it crunchy or is it creamy? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Who cares? They're both.
That's what she said.
No, if she says if it's crunchy, you need to go to the hospital and get that checked out.
It's a medical.
She says they're both.
Hold on.
They're not married.
Doghouse says creamy only. Crunchy needs to. Oh no, it's crunch. No, you gotta go crunchy. You gotta
creamy.
go crunchy.
Creamy.
I like both. I like both.
Or
peanut butter? Are you
or-
kidding me?
Nah, give me that creamy, bro.
No,
No
hand me a
Diddy,
good
no
old
Diddy.
jar of goober.
You
I'm
can
too
No
big
Diddy.
to
Yes.
one knife of
Yes.
no. One
The
knife.
goober is
No,
awesome.
goober.
Goober.
What's that? The mix?
Yeah,
Yep.
they swirl it together.
That's
No.
the
So good.
I gotta have my Welch's grape. I gotta have my Welch's grape.
That's for psychopaths.
That's not
Wait, hold on.
Yo.
The swirl? The swirl? Oh, no.
Totally for psychopaths.
That's for psychopaths, man.
So hold on, wait, Chris.
Yeah. Yeah.
Creamy or crunchy?
Creamy.
Jalen.
Sucked into the peanut butter vortex here now, guys. I gotta.
All right, dude, let me hear one time, dude. Go ahead.
Let's go, Giants. Ow!
I appreciate you.
Later.
Jalen,
Yeah,
creamy or crunchy?
creamy.
Daryl, come on, man.
Listen, I'm a big boy. You know what I'm saying? I like my shit crunchy. I got the Filipino butter.
Thank
You
you.
know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
I'm a big
You know
boy.
what? If we're gonna be technical here, just remember at one time, smooth was crunchy.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Ed. You're right.
Hold on, I gotta hear Art. Creamy or crunchy?
All right,
Art?
what you want?
Crunchy.
Thank you. See, that's why we friends. That's why we friends.
How can you even enjoy it?
Hey, you know what? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna. We're almost 3 hours. I know some of us got to go to work. So, but before we go, I want to ask each of you. I have these Fab Five questions that I ask people. That's so I can get to know you a little bit outside, the show, whatever the case may be, athletes, whatnot. And I want to ask you guys this question.
Okay.
So we already talked about the peanut butter. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Question number 2, and keep your answers to yourself. All right. Don't blurt them all at one time. We're gonna go at Jalen, Dash, Danny, and so forth. Okay.
Got it.
Question number 2: is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh
and
man.
yes or no? Yes or no?
That's a tough one, man.
Jalen
I mean,
goes first.
based off of what sandwiches are, you'd have to say yes.
Jalen, sandwich? Yes or no? Hot dog?
My opinion, nah.
Okay. Dash.
No.
Danny.
It's between the bread. Yes.
Daryl.
Yes.
Art.
As much as it goes against my own roots, yes, it is.
Yes.
No.
It don't matter. I eat them both. Now let me ask you this, and I know Ant's gonna this is no. I'm gonna say the best for last. I'm gonna say that one for last. Pineapple. Does it belong on a pizza?
No.
Jalen.
Respectfully, hell no.
Dash.
Hey, wait. If anybody says yes, we can't be friends.
No. Stop it. Don't say that. Danny, go ahead.
Absolutely not.
Daryl.
Nope.
Art.
I won't order it, but I'll eat it.
Okay.
I
Chris.
won't eat it.
Chris.
You're wrong, Chris. Don't do
He
me
loves
wrong.
it. He said
No, Chris. Hold on. Before you a grown ass man, dog.
He loves pineapples on his pizza. Look at him.
Chris,
Look
you
at
a grown ass
Look
man.
at that brother. He's
Look at that
smiling from
pineapple
ear to
smile.
ear.
No, I don't. I don't.
Okay.
Oh,
All
okay.
I was wondering.
Okay.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Come on.
I mean, I'll eat
The
it.
way he was cheesing, I was
I'll eat
scared.
it. I'll eat it.
I was getting kind of nervous.
Okay.
Oh.
Here we go. So this is what? This is question
Number 3.
we did. Okay, 3. Waffles or pancakes? And
Neither.
you got to pick one.
I don't like either.
You don't like either?
Nope.
Wow.
Okay, Jalen.
Yo, that's a tough one. I'm not gonna lie.
It is tough.
Nah, because if I had a choice, I eat waffle.
Well,
Well,
you
hold
know
on,
what?
let's not-
Gun to my head, I'm going waffles. Gun to my head.
Okay, so okay,
Pancakes.
Dash.
Crispy edge pancakes. What are we talking about? What?
Danny, what'd you say?
Give me them Aunt Jemima pancakes, baby.
Okay, Daryl.
Waffle.
Art.
Waffles, but French toast is superior.
yeah. He's got a
French
point
toast
there.
is good. French
Yes.
toast is
Look,
good.
look, I grew up in the South. If anybody ever heard of burr rabbit syrup, it always went on the crispy edge pancakes.
Crispy edges.
Crispy edges of the pancakes too. So that's question 3. So we did peanut butter. We did
the
hot
pineapple.
dog. Hold
The
on. We did,
pineapple.
so we did peanut butter, pineapple, hot dog, waffles. Okay.
No.
What
I
you
don't
know what
need
he's
a
gonna do?
pasta
You know what
plate.
he's gonna ask?
Hold on. Here we go. I don't know if I want Ant to answer this last or what. Pasta. Okay? Pasta. Right? When you make, as they would say, a spaghetti, okay? Do you take the pasta, put it on the plate, and then put the sauce over the pasta, or do you put the pasta in with the sauce and mix it up and then serve it that way?
What are we doing?
And wait, no. I want you to answer last. I want to answer.
You gotta.
Chris, go ahead.
It is sacrilegious to mix spaghetti. You put the sauce on the top of the noodles.
All right, what say you?
I agree, but I don't do it that way because I have limited mobility, so I have to suffer through the long way to do it, which is all one pot.
Okay, that's fair. But what if you had your preference? What would be your preference?
My preference is to do it separately.
Okay, all right, Daryl.
Noodles, sauce, then shake the cheese.
Okay, Danny.
Y'all gonna hate me. Listen to me.
All right.
I'm lazy with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm lazy with it. When I'm cooking, I just mix them both, then that's it.
Hey, I tell you what though, his spaghetti looks fire. I want him to send me a bowl every time he make it. Dash.
One at a time.
One at a time.
I mean,
All
Danny,
right.
I technically said the same thing, so you're okay.
Yeah, I do. I do it the same way Daryl does it. The noodles, the sauce, there's some Parmesan cheese on the top.
And do you what do you, Mr. Italian? What do you do?
Mr. Italiano.
Okay, so you're saying spaghetti, right?
I'm saying spaghetti. Yes.
Is it marinara or is it bolonaise?
Oh my god.
Bolognese for me. I want the
Okay. I know there's a difference. Okay, but I'm just saying pasta. You coming home? It's not bolognese. It's meat sauce.
Bolognese is meat sauce though.
Okay, then all right.
The same.
So okay, it's a bolognese. If you're going bolognese, it's got to go on top of the pasta. If you're going marinara, then you can mix it all together.
So if it's just marinara sauce, no meat in it whatsoever. So if it's like spaghetti and meatballs, you would mix it.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
But I have had spaghetti with bolognese and meatballs, and it's still you have to put the meatballs on the side.
Okay. Gotcha.
Is the sauce or gravy?
It's sauce.
I'm from Jersey. It's gravy.
Hold on. If it's chunky,
if it has meat in it, it's
got
gravy.
chunky tomatoes, it's gravy. If it's smooth, it's
marinara sauce. I was told it's sauce regardless. If I said gravy with spaghetti, my mom would beat me with a wooden spoon.
Shout out to all the Italian mothers that cook.
My mom was Greek.
But only time I ever mix spaghetti is when I want the kids to eat it. You know, because they can't twirl and get the stuff.
Listen, it all goes the same place.
I got
and it all comes out the same place.
I got a question.
Okay, go ahead, Dash.
When it's time to pack up the spaghetti for leftovers, do you mix it then or do you store it in two separate?
No, you mix it.
I mix it then. Yeah,
mix that.
You gotta wash dishes.
The noodles get dry.
Yeah,
really dry.
And hard.
They're not gravy.
Robin, not gravy. Hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to get to the message at Doghouse. Gino Facts Mix.
Oh boy.
Doghouse. Boy, Danny.
See, I got some supporters out there. Thank you.
And now, Sneaky, we never finished the bet talk. It just went somewhere else. You never.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
You're right. Oh man,
You never
do that.
explained it.
I gotta get out of here.
Okay, go ahead,
I wanted to know about the bet too, but it is.
Eric,
I'll
go
listen.
explain the bet because I got to get the cable for my iPad. So
It's just real quick. Emac bet me at the beginning of the season that the Washington Commanders would win the NFC East, and I said they would not.
Oh, I remember that bet. I do remember.
I said I bet you $500 they won't. He said bet, and everybody on the panel tried to get him not to bet. Everybody, and he said no. He wanted to bet. So that's what it was.
You know what?
I remember that. Now, when soon you said
I gotta give him a shout out though.
Yeah,
He's a man of his word.
Let me tell you,
He's
a man of his word. He's a man of his word.
Emac, you didn't do payments. You didn't do layaway.
Kudos
you
to him.
You didn't do a deferred payment plan. You didn't do a firm.
You didn't say, man, I'll get you next week.
Man.
He didn't
say.
Be honest with me.
Listen, y'all, you
gotta
gotta
admit,
give
with
you
3
giving them
weeks
too much
left in the
credit.
season, your butthole was puffing.
Hold on. No.
What?
No.
Really?
No,
With 3 weeks
because
left in the season?
Yeah,
Billy had to
Ron.
wrap it
Yes,
up.
he did. He paid it. He paid it.
Yeah,
Chris,
Billy
Chris,
had to
wait, you know what, Chris? I didn't get paid, so I have no reason. I can't. Chris,
won his
did he
10%,
pay,
bro,
did he
I'm
pay
telling
the
you.
bet?
He paid in full.
There you go.
There you
Kudos
go.
to him.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. What happened was
Kudos to
he got to about week 9, and then started putting money away every week.
More than likely.
Because that's
Now-
about the time they
I mean, at
started
one
to
point, I
fall
thought he
a
was
little
going to win the bet. You know, at one point.
bit. Well, yeah, up until about week 6.
But yeah.
All I'm gonna say is this: do not go on his Instagram to see if he started an OnlyFans. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh Lord.
That's all I'm gonna say. I mean,
Fellas, it's been great, fellas. I got to get out of
you
here.
know, I'm just
All right,
there's
guys.
email
Yes,
right
sir.
there.
Yes, sir.
He's what he said, and you're. Oh, my bad. No Diddy. Yeah, no Diddy.
No Diddy.
Yeah. Hey guys. Well, Dash. On that note,
Great hanging out.
I wanna thank y'all for coming out. If I haven't seen y'all since Christmas, I hope you had a great Christmas. Happy New Year. Hope y'all had some good time with the family. I am 1 year older since last Thursday.
He's trying to leave.
Thank you.
Trying to go.
And I know Aunt had a birthday not too long ago as well.
Yeah, thanks.
And I don't know about y'all. I'm celebrating the whole month. I don't do birthdays. I do birthday.
Thank God Chris and Art are here, because then I don't feel like the oldest.
I've been 54.
Sorry, guys.
So Chris, we'll start with you, and then we'll work our way up. Thanks for coming on, Chris. Let me hear one time, man.
All right, man. I appreciate, man. I love coming on with y'all, man. I have fun every time, man. Like always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Let's go, Giants. Ow.
Go blue.
I appreciate you, fam. Go blue.
Thanks for Mike McCarthy. Appreciate that.
All right, let me hear one time, man.
Let's go Giants.
It's good to see you, brother. Be good.
Artie.
Be good and safe. Daryl, let me hear one time, brother.
Let's go Giants. Ow.
Appreciate you, fam. Danny, I'm just going down the road, man. Let me hear.
Let's go Giants. Ow. Good night, fellas.
Appreciate
Don't forget to send that to me, Danny.
Got you. Yeah, I got you.
Thank you.
Jalen, let me hear, man.
All right, but one thing before I do the outro, if anybody like lives in New Jersey or like that general area, Tyrone Tracy is going to be in Toms River February 1st.
It's only about 45 minutes for me.
Yep. Yeah, he's doing a public signing over there at the Ocean County Mall. And on that note, let's go Giants. Ow!
Appreciate you. Tell your pops I said what's up. Dash, always a pleasure having you on, brother. I love the back and forth that we do. Even with TP, I need to give him a shout out as well. This is what we do. This is what we do. We keep it real. But on that note, let me did you plug your page where everybody can find you and all that stuff?
I mean, it's Big Dash on all social media platforms except for Facebook. Facebook has my government. It is what it is. So it's not hard.
Change that. They had mine too, and I was like, nah, I gotta change that.
Yeah, man. But again, appreciate you, for letting me on and hanging out with you guys. It's a pleasure every time we do. But with that being said, let's go Giants. Ow!
Appreciate you, fam. Be good. Another good show, man.
Always, bro.
Another good show. Appreciate you. I'm glad you're doing good. Thanks for coming on, Ant.
Absolutely, brother.
Kafka.
Appreciate you. Give a shout out to Clinton. Give a shout out to Sully. And a shout out to Lamar Adams. Lamar, get better, brother. Praying for you. It is what it is. The season's over. And hey, you know what? I'm going to end this positive. Let's stop talking about the negative on this team because you know what? We don't get to talk much positive. So next time we need to talk about Malik Neighbors and all the positive things that happen with this team this year.
Tracy next week.
Tyrone Tracy.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that. You know what? The season for us anyway is over. Let's enjoy the playoffs. Let's, hope for the best in the off season and the draft and let's get the ball rolling. Let's get the ball rolling. Let's hope Joe Shane and Brian Daboll do the things we need to do to get this team back on track. No less than 7 wins next year or I'm done with these guys. God bless everybody. Appreciate you. Love your brother like always. Let's go Giants. Ow!
I appreciate you, fam. Be good. Oh, and go Irish too. I can't root for it. Well, I'm just saying because I can't root for ain't no way in hell I'm gonna root for Ohio State. Man, 3 hours. 3 hours. Phenomenal. I want to thank everybody that came on. It was totally unexpected, which this part of the show, I love it when things happen that are, organic, if you will. I'm down for Tuesday, 8:00 Dallas, Texas time. And you know what? If Ant says let's be positive, we need to make sure he's okay. We need to make, but I'm gonna put that on the calendar because do not disturb. I'm sorry. I need to focus on the camera. Next week, we're gonna have a positively good show. Let's do that. And who y'all want for the Super Bowl? Man, it's gonna be something. Anyway, that being said, I'm glad for everybody that came on. Great show. Dash, TP, Daryl, Jalen, Aunt Danny, Drew, DZ, Giants fan number 10. Man, it's always good to see y'all. Be good. Love y'all. Enjoy your Friday. And WTF, we'll get you next week. We'll get you next week, brother. Sorry it took so long. Man, love y'all. Be good. Enjoy this week of football. And don't forget the national championship on Monday. Let's go Giants. Ow!
Is this thing on?
It's your boy Stefan, a.k.a. SneakyG.
Yeah. Lyrical assassin.
Let's go Giants.